Welcome to Comics in the Cross, the greatest streamers that you have never heard of. I, of course, am Nitro, and I am joined by Cross, Jaye, the indubitable Spacehawk, and my better half, Tolkien Asian. And we are on, what is this? This is issue number 4? Is this number 4? No, this is number 3.
Three, yeah.
We are on episode number 3 of our amazing campaign created by not yours truly, but yours truly, Cross, Chronicles of Andriesia.
If you want to run with this, dude, by all means, you take whatever direction you want to go. I want to see what happens.
But yeah, so Chronicles of Andriesia, obviously, as you can see, we are one high elf down tonight. Mr. Marc from the Good Morning Guys is not able to join tonight. And of course, he plays Minnich Aroumenar. That is Aroumenar. So that will be filled in tonight by Cross. So yeah, man, you want to take it away?
Absolutely. Yeah, as Nitro said, I will be filling in minimally for Minnich tonight tonight. All best wishes to Marc. Hope he's feeling better. You know, happens to the best of us. There's been so much stuff going around now, so wanting to rest and get better. So for the rest of the team, though, let's do a little refresh because it's been a couple of weeks. Last session, you were all escorted to go and meet with the Council of the Union, and after your battle with the Goblin Raiders, you were given a job to go after the bandits that had attacked Union City. After loading up at Weird and Wonderful Delights with some new weaponry and new items, which you expected so much for him to make overnight, apparently. So, you got a few items made, hung out at Sin City before heading off on your adventure. Traversed the Twilight Forest where Arrow had a panic attack, bit of PTSD, ran for his life, fought a few twig blights that kept coming out, and ran into your unknown ally again. The archer who had assisted in the fight in the city came back and came to the realization that he was actually a human. The last human that, as far as you're aware of, anyone has seen in about 1,000 years. Darius Durai. And you got to also meet a little friend of his, as he is a warlock, is under patronage of Vauron. So you got to meet him as well, who seemed to take quite a keen interest in you guys as he was leaving the area. But you guys made it through the Twilight Forest, came to the opening of the mine, and then had the epic encounter with the owl bear. Which, after Droghar attempted to hug it, Aries jumped on its back, and I think it was Arrow that got the final shot on it, took its head off in sheer frustration with a final swing of his cutlass. And that's where we left it. So you guys are at the top of the mine, outside the Twilight Forest, the entrance to where you believe the bandits' encampment is, and have the dead body and decapitated head of an owlbear sitting next to you.
Hey, Droghar, are you going to be offended if I take the head? So I'm taking it.
Droghar does not care. As long as Droghar gets a feather, I'm okay.
Now, if I could fit this in this bag, look, I'm gonna pull off a feather and hand it to Droghar. Here, take it. I'm gonna try to fit the head in the bag. All right, let's see. There it is. All right, got this. Ooh, this is gonna be nice. I gotta find someone who can mount this for me. Erellia, do you happen to know anybody in the town that does any taxidermy of sorts?
Yeah, but it'll cost ya.
I'm not worried about it.
Should we wrap head before we put it in the sack?
It'll be fine. It'll just float in there.
Okay.
Things about late now. He's already stuffed the bag round it.
Alright, Rose.
So what do you guys want to do?
Alright, darlings. I think we need to rest for a little bit. Because that was absolutely exhausting.
Droghar agrees.
Yeah, technically, you guys haven't taken a long rest or a short rest yet since your fight with the blights and the owl bear. So
I'll tell you what. Why don't we set up camp here? I know how to cook. We could eat some owl bear.
Sounds good to me.
Droghor's never had owlbear, but after the punch, I would love to taste it.
I'll start cutting it up and preparing to cook it.
All right, and I jump up in the trees just to kind of, and I'm like, all right, darlings, I'll keep first watch. And I just kind of go up there and I just kind of watch.
all right, so you guys start to prepare camp, start to get everything set. You're right at the edge of the forest now, so you should be pretty protected from the blight. I mean, there's always a chance another beastie comes out, but at the moment it seems safe enough. Aries is up in the tree on first watch. Arrow is helping slice apart the owl bear for some meat. Droghar is probably helping with helping getting some wood. Minnich gathering some firewood. You know, Erellia is probably helping out with preparing stuff. She's pretty handy with a knife, so I imagine she's probably helping with the owl bear preparation.
So I brought my brewer's kit, so I'm gonna be slowly trying to make beer for everyone. So.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I have my refillable mug, obviously, so everybody's gonna get as much as they want.
Droghar, darling, make
Yes.
sure you keep it easy tonight. We gotta fight tomorrow.
Droghar will only have 20 drinks tonight.
All right. Second watch is mine, apparently.
Droghar, am I sensing a drink off?
You stand no chance, little rabbit man.
Hey, Bunny, don't do that, because I'm not going to be doing all your guys' watches.
Oh, please, I'll be fine, I'll be fine. You should see me when we're out on the open seas. I do watches all the time. Pretty hammered with rum and whatnot. And nothing ever bad happens to my ship or my crew, except for that one time we lost poor Perry. That wasn't my fault, that was Leo's fault. Anyway.
Minnich kind of looks at you like if he's reading his book, and he kind of like looks up over the book at you for that one. And he just puts his head back there.
Aries, we should probably forget about those two for watches.
I agree.
If you
I'd
need
rather-
Droghar's help, I will be here. I might be slightly intoxicated, but I'll be here.
Well, Droghar does have the muscle. I can't deny that.
I never understand what he's saying.
It's okay, darling. You'll get used to it. You just
Some-
have to.
Sometimes
Easy.
Droghar no understand what you say.
Well, that makes two of us, buddy.
Alright, so you two are having a drink off then?
Yeah.
Alright, so Droghar brews his beer. I'll just narrate a little bit of this and push the night on a little bit. So the beer's getting made, the food's being cooked, you guys are eating away at the freshly cooked owl bear steak that is cooking away on the fire that's been made. Droghar's brewing his beer, he's got a good batch of it made. It's taken a little bit of time to get it made because obviously you're out in the wilderness, you don't have all the resources, but you got your brewer's kit there, so you finally get it made. And the two you start drinking. Are you two going like full on drink for drink?
Oh, I know I'm gonna lose, but that's the point.
Alright, so I'll say you guys both take the first few drinks fairly simply, fairly straightforward.
In the midst of this, look, I'll take a couple drinks and we're in. And is it just me and him up, kind of like, hi, Cat, Aries, you can go to bed. We'll take the watch. Don't worry about it. I need to talk to the big guy here.
Aries,
That's okay.
we've got it.
We got it. We got it. Trust us.
All right, so I stay up in the tree. I kind of snuggle down, but I'm still like up there watching, like, and my ears are still like turned out and stuff.
Probably a fairly good call.
I look at Arrow and say, I look at Arrow and say, she's not going to sleep.
Yeah, it's fine. You want to go sit over there on that cliff and just drink and be cool, like some cool guys?
Sure.
All right, so we'll go and sit, and I just kind of put my paw on him, just kind of tap him and say, "You know, big guy, I never really had friends before in my life, and well, I'm starting to consider you a friend. But you're huge, you're massive. So I don't know if you have." You know what your goal is after all this is said and done, but would you consider joining my crew? You could take your beer, we go all across the seas, you can sell it, make a lot of money. I don't know, just a thought.
You know, Droghar does not have a lot of friends, just because of things that have happened. But I would consider you a friend. I don't have many, and I like to keep it that way. Because it's hard for me to trust, you know?
Oh, I know.
I've never been on the sea, so I don't know. I would love to sail at some point. I think that would be cool. So yeah, why not?
We could give it a
So
try,
I
like a trial
jump
period. You know?
into this conversation and interrupt them. My ears are flat back, down. Get away from him. He is not going with you, Bunny. He's mine.
Oh,
I
Why?
do.
As you two get shot by her coming down, I need both of you two to make me a Constitution check.
okay.
Oh shoot.
Who witched them to?
Yeah, because they're getting fairly deep in the booze. I using the Constitution check to see if they're still lucid or if they're going to like vomit their guts up.
I got 12.
Okay.
I got let's see, a 9.
Okay.
So-
It's still early in the drinking, so that's still a high enough roll that you guys are still fairly okay. You aren't like too deep in it or something, so you're both checking that. I was going to say, if one of you roll a nat 1, you're like vomiting on it.
I hear Aries say he's mine, and I give her kind of a quizzical look. I'm like, what did you mean by that?
Someone's a little possessive over there. I see.
Look, I found him. He is under my guard. He is mine. He's not going to go on a ship. He's not going to go on any water. Period.
Wait. Droghar may be slow, but Droghar's not a possession. Droghar belongs to Droghar.
Who helped you with all your beer? Who helped you with the fighting and helped you win all the gold? Me. I keep you surviving. I keep you going. Without me, you wouldn't have been able to go into the city and do all that.
Well, yes, but
And then I just turn around. I don't even listen, and I like my ears are so flat back. My tail is like twitching, and I just jump right back up, and I just like.
And I just kind of I'll kind of give her a look and just shake my head.
I look at Arrow and I'm like, sometimes Aries gets like this. We were really good friends for a really long time. She helped me a lot. So, yeah.
Well, my friend, she's not yours to control. Your life is yours. Think on it. If you'd like to join me, I could use someone of your size and your strength on my ship. There's something I need to do, and I kind of get in a little bit closer. Right now, you're the only one I can trust. Kind of. I don't trust a lot of people, but I don't know. You don't seem like the type that would betray me. So, this is a lot. There's a captain, an opposing captain, and he was a member of the crew of the ship that I served on.
Is he also Bunny Man?
No. He has a weapon that would tear me to shreds. But I can't. I think he's a danger. I can't do it alone, and my crew are stupid. they're just morons. All of them. Seriously, they're all stupid, and I'm going to fire probably most of them when I get back to the ship. Like, they're really, really stupid. However, Droghar, you're like 3 or 4 of them combined in one.
Droghar's really smart.
Exactly, you're all intelligent. Anyway, so...
We don't have a tent. Is that what you said?
Sure.
We're in a tent?
Yes, that's fine. But listen, I could use your help, and I could offer you, even if you want to bring your cat lady to come on the ship, if it's that big of a deal, she's welcome too, but
Her name is Aries.
whatever. I could...
You just hear in the background.
I could... Just think on it, Droghar. Just, please.
You see, Droghar does not know what he wants to do. He has a lot of things that happened in the past, and just I don't know what my purpose is. You know, like I want to belong. I keep my friends close, so the sea sounds
well-
interesting.
Well, my friend, with me and my crew, you will always have a place to belong. Now, let's go on from the feelings and the emotions and go back to drinking, eh? Let's do it.
I slam my mug down and I just boom, but I keep enough in there so I can pour him some.
And I'll throw it back as well.
I tended to make a roll to see how much of that is freaking like washback.
Ooh.
At this point, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Just think of it like half of it's like, you know, the beer that he's filling with, and half is like washback, and that just fills up all the way. It's like,
Oh.
Weird never told you the cup was for sharing. I'm just saying, you know. So you guys start hitting them back. If you guys, I'm assuming you guys kind of drink late into the evening.
Yeah, I stand up in the middle of our just a debauchery. I stand up and I just do a huge stretch, and I look around because I'm doing my duty as a watch person. I look around over the shoulder, and I just sit back down.
You've been let down in beers for hours, and besides that, you should probably look around at some point, you know. As you're standing up and you make a stretch, do me a favour, do a constitution check for me again.
Okay.
We're going to say you're quite a few more beers deep this time, so it's a lower...
I got a
it's
nat
higher
20.
number.
It says
Droghar feeling
24.
the best he's ever felt in his life. He's stretching, he's drinking, he's having good times with his friend. Drogar's never felt as good in his life as he does right at this moment. There we go, that's his nat 20 for the session.
I'm just like, I get more like aware when I'm drunk, but I'm just straight up intoxicated right now, and I'm slapping Arrow on the back, just telling him how much I appreciate him, I love him.
Love you too, man. Actually, I would say Arrow starts talking like me, just normal, because I don't know if he's faking the accent or not. So he's like, "Yeah, man, I love you too." Oh, this is weird. Do I normally talk like this? I don't even know.
Your
My best friend.
your accent is gone, bunny man.
Well, is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's back.
Arrow's just been doing the accent for so long, he can't tell what he actually sounds like anymore. Somebody told him it made him sound suave at some point, so he just kind of kept it.
Well, Soraya likes it.
Of course she does.
She does not.
Alright. So you two are drinking into the night. If there's nothing else that anyone else wants to do, we'll just kind of fast forward through. At some point, the ladies come and kind of switch out for the watch and stuff like that. Droghar kind of like sluggishly goes to rest. Arrow's already passed out at the time they wake up. He's looking against the tree, sleeping. They've been drinking for quite some time.
Hours.
But there's no issues tonight. You've had your excitement. I'll let you have a long rest for this one. I'm not going to pull anything out. You guys get to rest.
Cross, let me ask you this.
Mhm.
Is there anything else on my back in the town? Or I guess I won't really know until we're back in the town, but is there anything that my crew would have sold left on my ship? that I would
Yeah,
make
you
money
can do a
from it?
roll for me. They probably don't have as much as they did during the actual unification day, because you're about another day going into 2 days away from them. But you can roll me a d10.
Okay. Okay, an 8.
So I say you made about 80 gold pieces.
And then whatever my crew just stupidly spent, right?
Do you want to know what I rolled? 9.
You're in debt.
So you actually spent, your crew spent more than they actually made in yesterday in gold, so, or in guineas, so.
I hate them so much. I hate my crew so much.
Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, you won't know this until you get back to town, but yeah, you didn't make any money today.
I lost, what, 100 Gideons? Right?
Not only 10, because they made 80, but they spent 90. So it's like you only lost 10 because they didn't make as much stuff off of it, because it's the second day. Unification day was the big spending day and buying and selling, so not quite as much stuff left over. So thankfully you didn't lose quite as much as you would have.
They're morons, all of them.
But also remember as well, if they don't have more stuff to sell, and the longer you're away, technically they're still spending money, so you could still lose more.
We need to get back.
This trip might actually end up costing Arrow money more than anything. But you guys wake up, you're refreshed, or well, the ladies are refreshed. Droghar and Arrow. Make me one last constitution check for the both of you. I want to see how hungover you are this morning.
I got a 19, so 23.
I got a 10.
Arrow's feeling rough. But it's like he slept off halfway through the night, so like he slept a bit of it off, so it's not completely happened. Drogar's as fresh as a daisy. He pops right up. Boom!
I wake up. Ha ha! I feel great. And I get right next to Arrow. Wake up, bunny!
He has like the bags under his eyes. It's like almost purple.
Alright, so I'm assuming you guys kind of like clear up your camp stuff and all that, pack everything away, douse everything out in the fire, all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
And you guys are at the entrance of the mine shaft that you were told is like the entrance to the bandits, like base of operations. What do you all want to do?
Alright, so this is the entrance. And, well, I don't know what's the best course of action here. So they're in here. Does anyone have any kind of, I don't know, darkness sight or something that would tell us what's in there before we have to go? Anybody like to scout? Maybe I should ask that. Anybody? Oh, wait. Aries, don't you have like a cloak of invisibility or something from the Deathly Hollows? Don't you have something like that?
Buddy, I have no idea what kind of gibberish you're spouting out, darling, but...
Don't you can sneak in there before we get killed, just instantly.
Yes, me and the other smart one of this group, we will go ahead, because we both can see in the dark a bit. I will wear my cloak.
Minnich perks up and goes, "Oh, yes, of course, I would love to help."
Not you.
Droghar stands up. I'll help, of course.
Minnich's like, I'm fairly well learned, and I also do have dark vision. I'm an elf, so I just assumed.
You keep your mouth shut. No questions. You put that book away. And you can follow us. We need to be quiet. We need to be stealthy. Droghar, you know how to bring up the rear and make sure everybody gets in okay. Alright, Bunny, zip it. Now whenever I look at him, my ears are just back. Always.
So is Arrow in front of me, and then it's the three
Yeah.
guys? Okay.
Yeah, the three of us, because we have dark vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm assuming you guys start to make your way in then?
Mm-hmm.
I
So,
sneak
start to
arrow
make your-
one last drink before we go in.
So you guys start to make your way in, and initially it's just kind of like there's almost like wooden walkways across certain bits and like ramps going down. Like it's almost like the top of the mine is like hollowed out, this sort of almost quarry, like for maybe about 20 odd feet or so, 20, 30 feet. So you start to kind of go down the ramps and stuff, and then come to the actual mine entrance. There's a little bit of light at the entrance of it, but like at the moment, like that's it. It's like you can see nothing else. Or like regular vision can see nothing else at this point. Those with dark vision. How far is the dark vision for everyone? For Erellia and Aries? How far is yours?
Mine is
dark?
60 feet.
60 feet.
I think it's
Is it 60? I want
here.
to
It
say
is. It's 120 feet.
Dude!
120. Yeah, that makes sense. You're a drow, so yeah, that does make sense.
Oh, yeah.
So Minnich and Aries have got 60 feet dark vision. Erelia's got 120 feet. And Arrow and Droghar don't have it at all. Okay.
No.
I didn't think they did. I just wanted to double check before we go forward. So Erellia, Aries, and Minnich are all at the front. Who's like leading the sort of party in? Are you leading at Aries because you kind of took control, or are you leading the party in?
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning with Aurelia. Like, I kind of maybe motion her to come up a little closer to kind of flank my side, so that way she can see like that way. And then I kind of motion Minnich to kind of come up on this side of me, so we're just kind of like an arrowhead almost. Does that make sense?
So they're kind of like up behind you, almost like over your left and right shoulder. And it's a fairly spacious opening because like you're at the entrance of the mine at the moment, so like, it's a fairly spacious opening. As you start to get deeper, it might start to shrink in, but at the moment there's free movement and stuff like that, and you start to make your way in.
I say to myself, they put the strong ones in the back.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So you all start to make your way down the mine. The mine starts to go down, and just starts to go at a kind of slow gradient at first. As you're starting to head down, though, it's like all of a sudden it starts to kind of like start to get steeper and steeper going into this mine. There's little bits of like track and stuff. This was a functioning mine at one point where they would have carts bringing stuff up, but it's like it's been long since abandoned and disused. It's no longer in use and stuff like that. Like this was probably used back in like the heyday of the early days of Union City, but like it's just been kind of abandoned to time at the other side of the forest. And just wasn't worth the hassle. So it's very unkept. You see like the beams are still holding, but there's cracks in certain ones, and the rails themselves are mostly intact, but some of them are kind of pulled away. Let me... As you start to get deeper in, it does start to get a bit darker. The dark vision starts to become very useful at this point. As you start to get deeper and deeper, you're aware of the light kind of disappearing behind you, and there seems to be no real light source down here. For Aries and Erellia, and I'm going to roll for Minnich, make a perception check for me.
I got 17.
17, nice.
I got a 20, but not nat.
Nice. So Minnich got a 17 as well, so all rolled fairly
Sweet.
high in this. So the three of you with your dark vision all recognize, like as you start to get deeper, the rails start to disappear. Like it's clearly that they've only came to so far, and then it was like there was possibly a stopping off point where they just unloaded and loaded stuff. But as you start to get onto it, it's more of kind of like rock and dirt and mud as you start to get further in. But you three are very aware of footprints that you can start to see. Like someone has walked through here, and fairly recently as well. Like not like just before you guys or anything, but within the last day or two, there's definitely been foot traffic through here.
Can I investigate the footprints?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
14.
The footprints for 14, you're aware it's definitely a smaller creatures that have made them. Definitely more like you're automatically thinking in your head you're looking for goblins to attack. Like this could be goblin footprints, but also as well that the ground here is just it's too malleable for it to be a proper like solid print that you can tell. But for what you guys are hunting for, this seems like you're in the right direction. This seems like you're going in the right place.
While we're looking, I'll pull my torch out of my side bag that I have and light it with my tinderbox.
I'll do the same.
Alright, so you guys have got dark vision at the front and you guys have got torches at the back to kind of light your way and stuff like that. So as you start to go deeper into the cave, there comes a few different twists and turns up ahead, so you realise that you're starting to go further into this than what was the actual mine. As you start to come down the road, you start to realise there's a kind of Y junction ahead. Direction going off down to the left is straight, the one to the right kind of then starts to veer off and curve. What direction do you guys want to go, or what do you want to do?
Can I see like footprints or markings either side?
There seems to be footprints kind of all over that you would see, like similar ones, but it's like it looks like they've gone in both directions, so it looks like both pathways are used.
Can I hear anything?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Yeah. I'm deaf, apparently. 7.
No. You can't hear anything as far as you're aware. Like, you're listening out down both corridors, but it sounds like they're both fairly empty. So either what's going on in there is completely quiet, or there's nothing happening in either direction that you're aware of.
Hey guys, there's footprints all over the place and going both ways. What do you think we should do, darling?
Well, it might be best to stay together, but I could say we could split up.
Not a bad idea.
Let's split up, gang, and search for clues.
Wait, we're splitting the party? Is this
my
really what we
snacks.
want to do?
It's an option.
I mean,
Alright. Bunny and Erellia, why don't you guys go one way? Me and Droghar go the other. Minnich, where do you want to go?
Minnich, who's going what way, sorry?
I haven't made a specific which way.
Me and Aurelia are going one way, and Aries and Droghar are going the other.
I think Minnich's going to go with Aerowen and Erellia. Whatever direction you all think is best.
Aurelia, left or right?
let's go right.
Alright. Aurelia, left or right?
If anything happens, come back here. Got it? So we can find each other.
And I
Got it.
look at Droghar. Stay safe, my friend.
You too, bunny man.
We high five.
But he has to jump really high because I'm holding my hand up.
Yeah, I use a little bunny hop. Not a big bunny hop, but a little bunny hop.
Alright, so Droghar and Aries go off to the left, is that right? And then
Yep.
the other three head off and to the right. So Aries and Droghar are heading along the straight tunnel. You guys are taking the one that kind of goes straight and starts to curve around. We'll go with Aries and Droghar first. You guys start to head down this pathway. It seems to be very uneventful in the actual path itself. There's not a lot kind of happening. It is literally just like a straight line down. There's not like any twists or turns or anything like that. This one is just straight ahead. But you guys start to get down the path and make a perception check for me.
I got 16.
6.
6. So Aries, you don't really hear anything but Droghar, just whether it's just like the situation you're in, the heightened senses, the fact that you had like a really great drink last night and you're just still buzzing from it. You start to hear like little noises coming from down the corridor ahead of you. You hear voices, you can't really work out what they're saying or what's going on yet, but you're aware like something is ahead.
I turn to Aries and I say, "Can you see anything down there? I hear voices."
Alright. Can I see anything? Can I...
You can't
Roll.
see anything. That's what your perception check would
Oh,
have.
that's right.
would
That's
have
right.
Oh,
picked
that's
up.
what... Okay.
Yeah, so your perception check, you don't see anything ahead.
No,
You-
Droghar. I don't see anything. Do you hear something?
Yes, I think I hear voices and scurrying about.
Do you think we should try to sneak and try to come upon him? Or do you think we should head back?
I don't know if I'm down for a fight, but I don't know what we're facing down here, if it is evil or against us. So let's just keep going.
So I put my cloak up and let me see. No. Okay. And I'm gonna try to stealthily creep down the hallway now. And I just have my cloak in preparation just in case I have to, like, disguise or something.
Okay. So you're trying to stealth down there. Do me a favor, roll a stealth check.
Got a 13.
Nice, Droghar.
I know, right?
Droghar, amazingly for the giant Goliath he is actually being fairly stealthy.
Believe it or not, I don't have a negative in the bonus for my stealth, which is crazy.
16.
16. Yeah, so you're both fairly quiet, very stealthy going down. Not like hidden shadows or that level of stealth, but you guys are keeping fairly calm. As you start to come down the corridor, it kind of you see a little bit of like movement kind of starting to happen and stuff. Droghar, you won't really see this with the torchlight, but Aries, with your dark vision, you start to see like kind of movement and scurrying and like almost like some figures running, just up ahead, and some noises of like you hear some kind of panic and concern. You can't really work out what they're saying, but you know that they're very aware like something's going on. They don't necessarily see you two yet, because your stealth checks were fairly good, but like they're aware something's happening.
I say like as loud as I possibly can. I am Droghar Stoneheart of Nagalathai. Show yourselves! So I basically like scream it in this chamber wherever we
My
are.
hair just goes like a cat.
Because I don't fully understand stealth.
So Droghar like shouts at the top of his lungs that I am Droghar Stoneheart, and like completely just negates any stealth that you two's managed to just get. Is just completely gone now. Like any sense of surprise or sneaking up, gone. And the figures that are up ahead, you see dart. They start taking off and run
Towards us or away?
away from you. They
Okay.
start running.
Let's go hunt them down, Droghar.
Let's do this.
Alright, so you guys take off down the hallway. This gets to a little opening where it's a bit wider and stuff like that. You see the figures dart round the corner. You go, I'm assuming, go round after them.
Yep.
You go round after them and you find yourselves at a dead end. There's a dead end brick wall there.
Hmm. Can we look for like any of their the footprints or anything like that, like trails to see
Yeah,
if they
that's-
lead anywhere?
Yeah, like you can definitely have a look. Give me a perception check.
Dang, I'm killing it. I got a 16.
Ooh, nat 20.
Nice.
Nat 20. you know for a fact that this wall is how they got out. This wall like blocked off an exit that was there. And on a nat 20, you're fairly certain that you could possibly work out how to get through it.
I just haul off and kick it as hard as I can.
Alright, give me a strength check.
And I'm just
You
going
roll
like
on that one.
I got a 20.
on that one.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yes.
It's like you hit the door like full hard, like boom, and it's like, and you see it kind of like move and shake like the wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's definitely moved. It's not came off the hinges or opened or anything, but it's definitely you're aware of like where the shape of it is.
Okay, I'm gonna back up a good 20 feet, and I'm gonna take a running jump into this what I think is a door, and I'm gonna try to bulldoze it down with my body, basically.
All right, give me a strength check on that one.
I got a 16.
16. You take a full. Sure. You know what? I'll say even do it with advantage. Roll
Okay.
again, just in case you crit on it.
I got a nat 1 on that one.
Good thing it's with advantage. You don't disadvantage. 16. You run. You hit the doors. Like slam it as hard as you can. Boom. It's like the door definitely moves. It's not open, but it's definitely out of position from where it was. Like you've definitely shifted it and dented it slightly.
I scream as loud as I can because now I'm getting pissed. Because I know this is moving, and I know I'm doing something to it. So I'm gonna try one last time, and I'm gonna go back until I can. I'm gonna lay the torch down basically at Aries' feet, and I'm gonna go as far as I can, like however far that is, like 30, 40, 50 feet. And I'm gonna again running as fast as I can, like do, and jump in the air and slam it with my entire body. So I'll roll another strength check.
Give me one more strength check for that one.
All right. I got a 14.
14. I will say with a 14 on that, with the previous two hits, like you take a step back, you run down the hall, and it's kind of in a corner where they took the cut off to get in here. So you're like keeping the speed up, like actually like going around the corner, manage to keep your footing and jumping, boom, and the door slams open. Like it doesn't even like open properly. It literally like it's meant to like kind of like raise and kind of go like up this way, and you like literally like.
I go, ha ha! Yes.
So now that you're through there, and Aries, do you follow him through, or are you?
Yeah.
Both of you make a perception check for me.
I got a 4.
Droghar, what did you get?
19.
19. Okay, Droghar notices nothing. He's just too hyped that you got the door open.
I'm so pumped.
Aries, when you come through though, you make a notice of the door itself seems to very much look similar to the kind of craftsmanship of like when you were coming into the mine. It's very old, very like worn. It was definitely down here when the mine was in place. But you're also very aware of there's a lot of stuff kind of piled up at it and used up at it. Someone has tried to create something that can blockade this door in case of like exactly what happened. Someone had to escape through it and put a blockade up. So this is like part of it is the old school stuff that was just used for the mine. The rest of it is 100% just
New and
there. You know, but even at that though, it's not necessarily like newer stuff.
right.
Like it's stuff that was put there that shouldn't be there.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like it's bits and bobs and ends, and it's not necessarily new stuff that's been put up there. But you see a dark corridor ahead of you that leads down a secret passage.
I come up and I just go up to Droghar and I'm like, here, and his torch is still lit, and I just kind of hand it back to him. I'm like, you happy? You okay?
Droghar very happy. Did you see the way that I knocked the door down?
Yes. It was beautiful, darling. Next time, we might want to use a little bit of caution. But Droghar, it's good to have you around.
I am to please.
All right, and the two of you take off, start heading down this passage. It's a fairly just straight passage, so we're going to leave you two traveling down that, and we're going to go over to our other team, over to Arrow, Erellia, and Minnich, who have taken the path that kind of curves off to the side.
Oh, Aurelia, did you hear that? It sounded like Droghar yelling.
Just
I
your
don't know, maybe I'm-
imagination.
Might be, I don't know.
Are you scared, little bunny?
Gad, please. You know who fought the Kraken? I mean, not me, but you know who's on the seas all the time in the dark of the ocean? Me. I'm never scared of nothing. Almost nothing.
Mm-hmm.
As the three of you head down, your path kind of... I was going to say, your path is kind of different from theirs in the sense of, like, theirs was very much a straight path, nothing on it. And the path that you guys are on, you start to see there's a lot of little kind of, like, offshoots that were here. And the section that you guys are going into very much looks like it used to be, like, different quarters for the miners. So, like, there's a few sleeping quarters, there's a few areas that used to be, like, an old, like, kitchen and area to sit in and eat and different things like that. Not many of them, but there's a few little rooms like that, but if you guys, as you're passing by and see stuff, it's like the rooms look like they've been ruined and wrecked. They've not been lived in for a long time here. But you a little bit more going on here, so you're definitely in a different part of the kind of mine and where the workers were. As you start to push in there, though, it's like there's not really any activity. There's not really anything that you see that catches your eye or anything like that. It's a fairly like abandoned looking area. You guys just keep pushing ahead. What do you all want to do?
The abandoned area, is there... Can we, like, search it? See if we can find any clues or anything?
Yeah, by all means, you can definitely search, do an investigation check.
Ooh, I got a nat 20.
Nice.
20, nice.
I got a 16.
Wow. He's got a -1 investigation. So yeah, so off of Erellia for your nat 20, like you're used to scoping out places before and used to like checking it out. You're like aware of like you start to search the rooms, there's nothing like really worth taking, worth stealing. There's no coins, there's no anything for the most part. But you're very aware that not only is there nothing here, it's not just like being left and abandoned in ruin. Like this has been stripped. Like this has been stripped for stuff. Like the beddings are gone, the mattresses are gone, the bed frames are like were broken apart for use in something with like just bits of wood left behind. The area that was clearly an eaten area, like what stuff could be ripped out has been ripped out. You're very aware of like this wasn't just like left to ruin. This was intentionally taken apart for some purpose. But in terms of like any actual valuables or anything that you would all be looking for, there's none.
Well, Aurelia, what are you thinking?
I don't have any idea why everything would have just been stripped out of here.
Let's continue on. Is there any footprints or anything?
For your investigation check, like you guys don't really see like there's different footprints and stuff that are kind of been left in the ground, but they're from what you guys can tell they're fairly older. They're not. This hasn't been freshly walked at least any time recently. Like they're fresh enough that there's still markings there, but it's not like a place that's frequently visited or anything. Excuse me. What do y'all want to do from here?
A minute, in all of your reading, do you know anything that might be helpful when it comes to goblins?
No. That was not a good roll. He knows jack all about goblins.
Great help, Minnich. Great help.
Oh my gosh.
That was like a 2 on the die, and then you're like a +1 to it, and it's like, yeah, that's, he knows nothing about goblins, no help whatsoever.
Is there, so from where we are, is there, you said is there multiple, does it split off another way, or are we just kind of like at a dead end, kind of? I may have missed it.
What do you mean? You're not in a dead end, but like there was different rooms that cut off, but there's also like the path keeps going ahead.
I think we just gotta
to...
keep going. Don't really have another choice, do we?
Alright, so you guys keep pushing ahead, keep pushing, you go into the next corridor that kind of carries round. From where you guys are, you start to come down, you start to see kind of lights ahead of you. There's lights just down ahead. And it's like, it looks like there's a kind of doorway that opens up into a room from there.
And can I, so we go can we go all the way to it without alerting anybody or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the
there's
door.
nothing, as far as you can see in the hallway, there's nothing there, there's nothing ahead.
I want to just slightly, like, is there any cracks or anything in the door? Or would I have to, like, push it open just a little bit just to see through it?
There's like a couple of little cracks, but nothing that you can necessarily see through. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh my gosh, a 9.
It's a fairly strong, sturdy door. There's like, although there's a couple of breaks in it, it's a little bit older. Like there's nothing to kind of see through or creep into with it. Like you can't just like, peek through.
I can't hear anything, can I? On the other side.
You listen up to your ear, and from what you can tell, you don't hear anything inside.
I'll turn back to the other two. All right.
Get it out.
If either one of you want to just go first, you're more than welcome. I'm gonna have to go first, not I.
How come you aren't the cat?
I'll just push open the door and walk through.
Alright, so you push open this door, walk into the room.
Something else I can help with.
Oh, there's a lady!
Voices in your head start
Very
speaking.
helpful, lady.
It's amazing they have an intercom system. How does that work?
Calling all goblins.
But you walk into the room, and kind of different from the rooms that you were in before. This room's a lot higher, a lot taller. It's a little bit wider as well, but it's still more like a hallway than anything else. You look in the room, you don't see anybody in there. It's, again, unlike the other rooms, so this is fairly well lit. Like there's like torches and some like glowing items put up to kind of light it a little bit. Make me a perception check.
Yeah, 16.
Oh my gosh, a 10. I have a plus
17.
5 on perception, by the way.
Dang.
Oh.
Arrow's not the most perceptive there is. Thankfully, he's got Erellia with him, though. So you come in the room, and mostly Erellia notices this, whether she tells Arrow's up to her. But what Arrow will see that's fairly obvious is that you come in, and there's... The walls are a very different looking stone, very, like, older, kind of solid stone, like bigger bricks put together. It was built very purposely, this area. Excuse me, and at the end of the hallway bit, you do see like a big circular door with like a rim of stuff round about it. Very old, rock solid door. What Erellia notices as well that Arrow won't, like that would be the stuff that Arrow would be able to pick up on, very basic stuff. Erellia, a bit more aware of scouting the area out, is very aware of, like, she sees some panels on the wall as well. And she also sees there's a platform up above, kind of in the middle of the area.
So, you said along the door there's like symbols or something?
Yeah, so like the door's like a circular door, and then there's like almost kind of like a rim round it with a few different symbols on it. Not many, but a few different.
Through my travels, on the through the ocean and going through different ports and things like that. Can I see if I recognize any of these symbols?
Let me see. Make me
Like a history check.
Yeah, go with a history check. I'm trying to see a good one to go for, but yeah, do a history check on that one.
And I think I have natural explorer, so I have well, never mind, that's with a favored terrain type. It's not gonna help me here. So bad. A nat 1.
Nat
Oh,
one.
man.
You've never seen these symbols before in your life.
I think I'm still kind of drunk.
It's like these symbols look like. I mean, as far as you're aware, these symbols look like they're changing on the door frame. They're not, but you just think they are.
Minnich, what's that mean? For the love of Christ, what does these symbols mean? I don't.
But it just
No.
looks at you weirdly and goes, "They're elvish."
Elvish?
Yeah, you can't read elvish. I thought you were a pirate. You're meant to be well travelled.
I mean, I know Sylvan, I know Draconic, but no, I don't know Elvish. And whatever Haregon speak, Haregon language, actually I have no idea.
You don't know what you speak yourself?
Haregonian. I speak Haregonian, alright? Listen, what
sure
do the
about
symbols...
that, bud?
Sometimes. I speak the slang version. Anyway, Minnich, what do the symbols mean?
From what I can see, it looks like it's just it looks like it's elven numbers just round the door. It's yeah, it's just a pattern of numbers. It's nothing I can see that would correspond to what they mean. It's just different numbering system, but it's none that I've ever seen before or that I'm aware of.
Can I go up to I'll go up to the frame and like push on it, see if it does anything if I just push on one of the numbers.
If you push on the numbers, it does absolutely
stone.
nothing. Yeah, it's stone. Like the door is stone, and the frame with the stuff that's carved into it is all just stone,
It
and
was
there's no
worth a shot.
movement, nothing on it.
Aurelia, any ideas?
Well, I never went to school, so
Neither have I.
your guess is as good as mine.
Is there anything else? All I see is this door. Do you see anywhere else we can go in here? Is the door locked? I'm assuming it is.
I don't know. You've not tried it yet. You pushed the
I'll
numbers
push
on the
it.
wall.
I'll push it.
Yeah, it's not budging.
Okay.
Do I need to do it? Is there anything special about that platform?
Not that you can tell from here. It's like it's suspended above, and there's nothing that you can, nothing special you can see about it. It just looks like wooden held with chains at the corner. But that's about all you can make from down here.
Hmm.
Aurelia, how good are you at picking locks?
It just happens to be my forte.
Well, here's a door, there's a lock. Can you please open it? Or try to, at least.
Yeah, I'll try to.
There is no lock on the door.
There's no lock on the door, I just noticed.
Well, I'm still kind of drunk, so I have no idea.
It is
I think I might
literally
be
like
too.
It's like a circular door, but there is no lock, there is no handle, there is nothing like that you can see on the door.
You
Is
know,
this
we're gonna
the-
have to say something. We're gonna have to read something, and it's gonna open. And I don't.
Befriended enter.
I was gonna say that.
Alright.
Minnich,
I'm gonna
Minnich,
pull Droghar. I'm gonna just rush at the door.
Minnich, we need you. We need you to
Do something.
translate.
Use the brain.
I will say as well that
You're the
just in case
smart
you didn't
one.
pick it up on Erelia's perception check of the room, that I did also mention there is like panels on the sides of the wall.
Oh man, that means I gotta be smart.
Are you disclosing the panels?
Disclosing the panels?
Yeah, did she say it out loud? Hey, there's panels on the wall. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because Arrow didn't see Jack. He the door.
Let me in!
Let me take a look at these panels on the wall. Minnich,
Alright.
you want to help me out?
Yeah, of course. So he goes to one, I'll assume you go to the other, because there's one at either side of, like, if the door's at this side of the room, then there's one at the wall just in front of it in each side. So you go up to the panel, you can either just do something or make an investigation check before you attempt to do something up to yourself.
I'll do investigation.
Alright, give me an investigation check.
Oh, I got a 17.
Awesome.
I needed that.
So on that, you very much realise that the panel can come off very easily. You manage to work that out and like twist it, and it comes straight off. Minnich copies you and follows it on his side, and what you see is a hole in front of you, just big enough for an arm to fit into.
Arrow, I have a job for you.
Yeah.
Come here. Put your arm in that hole.
I don't want to. Do I have to?
You have to if you want me not to kill you.
Why
Yes.
can't Minnich do it?
Because he's the smart one.
Well, I'm the stupid one.
I need him on my side to be the brains and I'll be the brawn.
As you guys are doing this right now, coming through the doorway that you guys just came through, actually comes Droghar and Aries.
What? How did you
There.
guys get here?
The back path that they used actually comes out into the hallway where you guys first entered this room through another secret passage, kind of like the one that they found. And it looks like it was a back doorway to get to here in case of emergencies.
Magic Man, Bonnie, mean elf lady.
I'm not
Droghar.
mean.
Droghar, come here. We have a task for you. Put your hand through that hole.
My hand.
Yeah.
No,
just
not him.
Put it in there. Wiggle it around.
I take my hand and I put it.
What's going on?
I-
Wait, Droghar?
Gentle.
Just stick it in there, bud. Do whatever you'd like.
I don't know how wide it is, but I try to try to just stick my hand in there.
It's wide enough for you to get your arm in, at least as far as it would need
Wiggle
to.
it.
I just shove it in. I just don't even think. I just put it in.
Alright. You shove it in there, and as you're putting your hand in, you feel like a kind of pole going across it. It's a circular hole, and there's like a pole that goes across the center of it so that you can like wrap your hand round and grasp it. What do you want to do from there?
So I grab it and I just start shaking. Start shaking it. Does anything happen?
As you're shaking it, nothing happens with the shaking, but as you're shaking it, it does feel like it's turning slightly.
Okay. So
So
I
it's
just
not
I
moving back and
continue.
forward, but just with the natural shaking, it's kind of moving round a little bit.
There's a pole in here that's turning, so I just continue to turn it in the
Boy.
direction that it was
So,
going
like,
in.
So it's like a handle that you grasp like that, and you turn your hand like this, and spikes come out into your arm.
Well, I obviously scream out because that wasn't fun.
Uh-oh.
You take 1 HP of damage for that.
Okay.
Nothing major.
They think there are spikes in my arm at this moment. It does not feel good. This was definitely a trap.
Okay, I tackle the bunny. Like, ears full back. What did you make him do? Tell me.
Did not know that there were going to be sparks that came out through the wall.
Why
I'm
didn't
trying
you
to
think
I'm
your
trying to pull
problem-
my as they're arguing. I'm trying to pull my arm out.
Because
Probably doing more
I'm
damage.
Tiny, he's big. If something were to stab either one of us, he's the one that would need to be stabbed. He could take it.
Your last
Droghar,
breath,
you
like,
take a further
funny.
4 points of damage because you're trying to rip your arm out.
This is my pistol arm. Is
like
anything happening to
blood
the
coming
door, by the way? Is anything happening to the door while we're doing all this?
Make an investigation check.
Oh my gosh. Get off me!
Could someone please hurry up and open this? This is not feeling that great.
I'm
We all doing
working on it. You get your...
You can all make a perception check on this.
It's a 6.
I
My
got a
perception's
16.
my perception's in the crapper right now because I have spikes in my arm. So I'm not
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm
gonna
gonna
roll.
I was going to say like that, if you roll, I'm making you roll with disadvantage anyway. You're a bit distracted.
17.
17. For the 17 and the
Smart
16, what the ladies notice is up above where the platform is. It's a platform that you cannot reach on its own, but as you look up, with Droghar's hand still being stabbed, you realise that another platform is lowering to about the same level as that platform, maybe a little bit lower.
Am I able, like, is my arm like locked in place? Am I able to turn it back the way I turned it before?
Don't know. You may find out.
Yeah, I want to try.
Uh-oh.
You turn it back the way it went before. The spikes retract from your arm. And the platform that you've seen start to lower raises back up.
No, Droghar, go the other way. It's okay. Just only for a few seconds. Only for a few seconds. It's gonna hurt just a tad bit. I have cure wounds. You'll be fine.
I take my claws and I'm like pointing them at his throat at this point. I'm
I'll
like,
take my sword out and
Don't
point it to your
move.
throat. No. We gotta get out of here, and this is the only way. This is what we're gonna do.
I mean, Droghar can
How do
handle
you
this.
know?
If this is what we need to do,
Yeah.
Droghar can handle it.
There's no other way. I can kill him. He'll be fine.
Wait, did you say you can kill me?
You're you!
Get the earwax
Buddy?
out of your ears.
Either way, I don't know.
Bunny, your breath is limited. And I
My-
kind of get off, but then I go straight to Droghar. I'm like, Droghar, are you okay?
My patience is running out for you cats.
I shake my arm, and I just throw blood all over Arrow. Like, not on purpose. Not on purpose.
Your
What's up?
fart's just like massive.
Sorry,
black
bunny.
Blood.
Alright, do we need me to do this again?
Yes,
I can
please.
take this.
It's okay. Just do it and I'll kill you. It'll
Did
be
I
fine.
did I notice when it was coming down? Well, I didn't roll a perception check, so I can't really ask this question. So never mind.
Okay. I probably shouldn't.
Like, before Droghar, wait. Erellia, when that platform gets low enough, do you think you can make the jump? Or do you think I need to?
do it.
I mean, you are the kitty cat.
But while they're talking, I'll just jump up there with Bunny Hop.
Yeah.
Okay. You go
I'll
to
use-
make.
Is it 10 feet?
You go to try and make the jump with Bunny Hop. It is well without your reach.
It's without my reach?
Yeah,
Can
you
I- can-
cannot reach
Can I?
the
I
platform.
mean, can I wait until it gets lower before I do a where I mean, obviously I know how.
Well, I haven't put my arm back in the thing yet. I think we're still
Oh well,
trying
then
to.
I'm gonna wait until he does that. and
Okay.
then I will just
Okay.
bunny hop it.
Okay.
All right,
Definitely wait for that.
Droghar sighs. He walks up to the wall and just shoves his arm in and grabs the pole and turns it.
Sorry,
just
buddy.
really quick.
As he turns it,
And he
the
winces.
spikes come back into his arm. Another 1 point of damage. You're getting really lucky on these rolls, by the way, even for a D4. I'm just saying. It's another 1 point of damage for that. Droghar's taking it. You see the platform lowered down again. Just like last time, it lowers down to about the same height as the original platform. So the one that you seen originally is there, and this other platform lowers again to about the same height.
Will it just keep going until, or will
Nope, it
doesn't
lowers to
stop?
there and it stops.
Can I make that jump?
That jump, no, that is out with the 10 feet.
Droghar, I have an idea. It's kind of stupid. With your other arm, could you throw me as high as you can, up there?
I can try, Bonnie.
One arm throw, launch me up there. I've done stupider.
All right.
I don't think you have.
All right, come here, Bonnie man.
Get the guy
Alright.
to throw you while his arm will be pinned into the wall. Like,
He's strong.
I
I'll
grab
just
him.
also kind of like leap to as he throws me, so it's
Alright.
like a double jump kind of thing.
I'm gonna actually. I'm gonna grab you by right here, right in the chest. I'm gonna kind of grab
While
your cloak.
these two are doing this, I am begging you two to make a perception check. Aries and Erellia, please
Okay.
make a perception check.
Or just
I
throw
got
me
15.
somewhere. I'll bounce
14.
off the wall and land at the
I
top.
twisting his clothes as
Aries at 18. You remember there's a second panel,
All right.
like the one that Drogar's got his arm in. There's one across the room that's exactly the same.
And there's a hole in it.
It's exactly the same as the one Droghar did. There was the one that Minnich uncovered at the same time Erellia uncovered hers.
All right. I go to it. I put my arm in.
You put your hand in,
Yep.
you feel the same sort of bar that Droghar did.
Do you feel a bar, Aries?
Wait,
Yes.
don't throw me!
Throw the bunny.
I grab him by the chest and I twist his clothes, and I throw him as far as I can towards the platform.
Uh-oh.
Make a strength check for me.
Oh my gosh.
Throw him past
I got a
the-
10.
Make an athletics check for me, bunny boy.
Oh my god. Alright. Would it be athletics or acrobatic?
I'll go with acrobatics for this because you're trying to land on this platform and balance.
Okay, because I can use a reaction with a d4 if this goes horribly. Oh my gosh, it's a 7, so I can use a reaction lucky footwork to add a d4 to that. Ugh. My rolls have been some poo tonight. Oh my gosh, it's a
Ooh.
5! Come on! Yeah, it's a 5.
You get thrown up there. It's like you're starting to. You've got all the hopes in the world. You are soaring through the air. The platform's here. You're rising. You're rising.
Oh!
Almost, bunny man. We should try again.
No! I'm bleeding a little bit.
Okay.
You take 3 points fall damage.
Oh my gosh.
It's not too high, but you smacked off the platform. So it's,
That's stupid. That was the stupidest thing I've ever done.
It could have been worse.
Okay.
Alright, you guys. We're getting hurt without even fighting anybody. Can we please start using our brains?
No.
so
Have we
Drogar's got his
twisted
hand.
the other one yet?
It's not been
My
twisted
hand's
yet.
in here.
Yeah, Aries put her hand in there. She's not twisted it yet. She was
Well,
about to...
I started. I wanted to, while the bunny was being thrown, I start twisting it. But I
You
know
start-
it's kind of hard. Like, yeah, like.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so the bunny's being thrown, you start twisting it, you take 2 points damage.
Okay.
And from that, from the spikes going in, you start to feel it going into your arms. You're taking it a bit harder than Droghar, obviously, because you're a lot smaller. It's hitting you a lot harder than a Goliath. The platform that's level with that one, this one that had dropped down, drops lower.
Okay. Erellia, can you get to that platform?
I don't know. I don't. What's wrong with the bunny?
A lot, apparently.
Erellia,
I think the bunny is broken.
Dang it!
the bunny's unconscious.
I will try my hardest to. I'll try my hardest to get up there.
And I'm not a bunny, I'm a Haregon. And I have a name. And it's...
It takes too much effort to remember all your names.
You know my name!
Alright, can I try to, like, aim for the wall and then use that momentum to get on the platform?
You can absolutely try. Give me an athletics check for that one. Or acrobatics, whatever you can use either or. Because a little bit of both
Uh-oh.
you're doing a kind of...
This is my first bad roll! I got a 7.
A 7, so you try to make the jump, you jump up onto the wall and try and spring onto it and just don't quite make that distance to it. You just can't quite get the footing enough to make the leap to it.
Would I be able to bunny hop to this one? Or
Make a
no?
perception check.
Why have my rolls been garbage? 11. Every
Can I-
single roll has been garbage tonight.
Can I make a perception check? To see if there's another
by all
panel.
means.
To see if there's like another panel.
Yeah, absolutely. Make it with disadvantage because you are still having your arm stabbed.
Yeah. Alright. Okay, got a nat 1. That's probably as much of a disadvantage as I'm gonna get. So never mind.
Minnich, how acrobatic are you? Do you think you could do what I tried to do?
You know what? I'm going to roll for him, but I already know he's not acrobatic. I just want to see what happens.
No.
Rolling with an athletics. He gets a 6. He doesn't
Alright.
even get the footing that you do on the wall.
I'm just gonna try it. I'll try a bunny hop. If I miss, it is what it is.
Alright, go for it.
Acrobatics again.
Yep.
Come on.
We're not doing too well, guys.
Alright,
Actually,
let's-
you can do it. You can do acrobatics or athletics for this one.
Oh,
Because last
I gotta-
time you were reacting to Droghar throwing you and trying to catch your balance after that, so you can use either
Alright.
for this one though, because you're in control.
so that would be a 17.
Nice.
17. No
I'm sorry.
issues.
I'm sorry. A 19.
19. Yeah, no issues at all. You bunny hop, boom, straight up, poof, land on the platform.
What do you see, Bonnie Man?
Can I make a perception?
Yeah, perception check.
Oh, now I'm getting rolls. 19.
19. There's nothing on the platform you're currently on, but from here you're aware you can now get to the next platform. And on the next platform, you see a big wheel that looks like it can be turned.
Can I
Kind of
jump?
kind
I
of
jump to
similar
that
to like
one?
raising the anchor on your ship is a very wheel, kind of similar to that.
Can I jump to that one without bunny hop, or do I have to bunny hop to it?
You don't need to have bunny hop, but you can make an athletics check to try and get up to that one again, or acrobatics.
I'll do acrobatics. I'm better with that. A 13 plus a
Nice.
2, so 15.
15 at that distance, yeah, you can make it. The distance between that platform and the next one is a bit smaller, so you can make that easily on that.
I'm sorry,
so
that's
you're
if the
up.
fail. It's a 13, not a 15. The other
Even
one.
still, you can make it up
Okay.
in a 13. It's like it's not that big a difference between that. It was the big issue was getting the platform in between the floor and the top one.
Okay.
So you make it up there, and you see it's just a basic wooden platform, like I said, held up with chains, and then this big wheel on top of it that you can now see.
I'll take the wheel and I'll start just pushing the wheel.
All right.
Like
So you start pushing the wheel. Give me a strength check.
Oh, I'm so bad at strength. Oh, an 18.
Nice.
18. You manage to turn the wheel one full rotation, and you see what hadn't been there before around the door. You see arcane light up the first brick, so the first number around it. So this wheel is affecting the door.
Hey, what's happening?
The door is opening. Keep going, Bonnie Man.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Roll for initiative.
Oh,
Oh no.
No.
Oh gosh.
Jeez.
I got an 11.
I got 12.
I got a,
Initiative.
I got an 8.
Flapping it. These are awful rolls.
I'm getting all these bad rolls out before combat cross. That's what I'm
Don't
doing.
forget Minnich.
By the way,
Roll
I
for
I got
Minnich.
9.
Minnich has rolled the best out of all of you.
Oh,
Just say-
nice.
The rest of you all rolled horribly.
by the
I
way,
got
Cross,
a 9.
can I let go of this wheel, or if I let it go, it's gonna start turning back the other way?
Make a perception check.
I don't want to let it go if an 18.
18. You make a perception check. Yeah, 100%. This is fine. It's not going to like wheel back or anything, but
Okay.
you're also going to have to roll it to keep it moving.
How big? How big is the opening? Or has it opened at all? It just lit
it's
up.
not open.
Okay,
it's just the
it just
first
lit up.
part's lit up. And there's a few different sections to light up in it, but the first part is lit up, so you're very aware like you're going to need to turn this. So you
Can I turn it on a bonus action, or it has to be an action?
That's going to have to be an action to turn.
Okay.
Droghar, you're over at this one. And that leaves Erellia and Minnich here. And you see two animated suits of armor coming into the room.
Oof.
The turning of the wheel activated them. And alright. See how well I've learned this. First one up is Minnich.
So wait, on the map, just so I know, which hole am I at? Am I on the one at the top or at the bottom?
At the bottom, Droghar
At the bottom,
at the top.
okay.
And arrows on the bigger platform. Alright. Alright, so let me just double check, because Minnich is going first. So, sorry, I'm still learning his stuff for.
It's all good.
Okay. 10, 15. Okay, so Minnich can get to about there. We are going to throw a trident. Let's see. Minnich throws his trident and absolutely and completely misses. Next up is the armor.
Oh.
Yep, you guys rolled awful. Alright, so 25 feet. This one's going to start coming over this way. This one's coming up for Minnich. Oh yeah, wow, he swings at Minnich and absolutely jack all. He got a nat 1. He swings and completely just doesn't hit nothing. He's swinging at air. And the other armor is not close enough to attack you, but it is starting to head to the back of the room. Next up is Erellia.
I'm going to... I'm just gonna try to shoot number 2 with my bow.
Alright, go ahead and roll, see if we hit.
I got 20.
Nice.
20 hits, rolls for damage.
Alright. I got an 8.
8 hit points.
Yes.
Math. Alright, so number 2 has taken some damage. And you still have a movement and a bonus action if you have any.
I think I'm gonna stay put.
Alright, staying put. Next up then is Droghar.
How far is number 2 away from me?
Uh, 30, 35 feet maybe?
Okay. Am I able to throw a hand axe that far? It says 20 range, but in parentheses it says 60. So I'm not sure what that means.
At 60 you can throw it, but you would have to roll with disadvantage.
Okay. I'm just
but you can definitely...
I'm just pissed right now, and I'm like gritting my teeth. So I grab my hand axe from my side, and I just chuck it at number 2.
Alright, roll with disadvantage, see if you hit.
I got a 17 and an 18.
Nice.
Unfortunately, 17 is a lower and it doesn't hit.
Dang it. Alright.
So you still have your hand on the wall. You take your swing, throw the axe, and it just right past the suit of armor. Not quite enough. You still have bonus action and movement if you want to take any.
Actually, yeah, I'll take my bonus action.
Yeah? What's the bonus action?
I'll throw my other hand axe.
Alright. Go again. Still rolling with disadvantage.
Okay.
And because you're trying to throw it with your hand stuck in a wall that's spiking you.
Alright, yeah, I got a 13. But yeah, I got a 13. So,
13.
I missed.
And then also you take another 1 hit point of damage from the spikes in the wall.
Okay.
So next up after Droghar then is Aries.
Right, so what I'm gonna do is I twist it back because that's gonna raise the platform back up, but it's gonna get the spikes out of my arms, right?
Yep.
Is that gonna be considered an action?
It's going to be considered an action to like release yourself from it, yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do that. Get my arm out. I'm gonna move like up towards number 1 a bit.
So like forward along the hallway towards him? Or...
Yeah, just a little bit, not much. Like maybe, where's 20 feet? Or 2, sorry.
Yeah, so 5... Yeah, so he's about 10, 15 feet away from you? From where you are at the...
Alright, I might just stay where I am then.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay there, and then I'm gonna do my bonus action and give a bardic inspiration to Droghar.
Bardic inspiration to Droghar, and what's the bardic again?
Let me see.
D6, I want to say?
Yeah, an inspiration die 1d6. Yeah. So they can add it to 1 roll.
Yeah, so attack roll, saving roll, anything like that, you can
Ability roll, yep.
A D6
Okay,
on top of it then.
How long does that last?
10 minutes,
Okay.
so...
Okay.
So yeah,
Long time, yeah.
basically the rest of the battle.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not going to run out. I hope not anyway, flipping heck.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so if that's Aries done then, next up is the captain, Arrow.
So because she let go of that, is the platform raising that I'm on?
The one that
Or is
you're
it
on, no. The other platform is raising. The one that you're on has always been hanging there.
Okay. I'll use an action to turn the wheel. There's not much I could do from up here but that, so
Alright, make another strength check for me.
I don't know if that's gonna screw us or not, but a 6.
6. You try and turn the wheel and it doesn't quite move. Strength to push it this time.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing much else I can do, so.
Don't forget to cure people.
Well, then I would have to get down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then it'd be a struggle to get back up.
Alright, so we are back at the top then with Minnich. Thankfully this guy is now here in front of me and we're just going to go for him. Why not?
Why not?
19, he hits.
Dang.
Mm.
Alright, let's go with the longsword. 1d8 plus 4. Where's my d8? There it is. 1d8 plus 4. 7 damage. Not bad. Alright. And it doesn't have any bonus actions, I don't think. Double check. Yeah, just going to leave it at that at the moment for it. There's not a bonus action, and I don't want to get an attack of opportunity. But both of them have now been damaged. But it is the armor's turn to attack. Number 1 completely misses Minnich again. Well, number 1 is rolling for crap. Number 2 is coming straight for Aries. Aries, what's your armor class?
14.
Yep, he swings and he misses as well. He completely just whiffs past you. Amazingly not very smart walking suits of armor with nobody in them. Alright, so the armor, Jackal, Erellia, over to you.
Alright, I'm just gonna continue to hit 2 with my short bow.
Alright, take another shot.
Alright. I got a dirty 20.
20 hits, roll for damage.
Nice.
Got 5.
Okay. That works. Alright, so number 2 takes damage. Any movement you want to make or anything?
I might move a little bit closer to Aries.
Okay, whereabouts you want to go?
Yeah, that's
Right up
good.
next to her? Okay. Alright. Droghar.
I'm pissed right now more than I am hurt. So like through gritted teeth, I'm like, do I need to stay here? What do I need to do? I want to fight. I'm kind of asking the group.
Just let it go. It's okay. I have an idea.
So at that moment, the second he says that, I go into rage.
Alright, you go into rage.
And so I can use that as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me immune to piercing or slashing damage. So
You take half for it.
yeah, so I'm gonna kind of yank my arm out as I'm twisting it. So I'm just pissed. I'm just trying to get my arm out. So I basically I'm twisting it and like kind of ripping it out at the same time.
Okay. You rip it. You got a 4 there, so you take 2 points of damage because it's halved.
Okay.
Because you didn't just like gently pull it out, you ripped it, so it still kind
Yeah.
of whipped you a little.
And
At half damage, and then you've still got your movement left.
I'm gonna run as fast as I can to the one that's in front of Minnich, and with both hands on my greatsword.
So, what's your movement speed?
30.
You can get like there next turn.
Okay.
Alright. Aries, you're up.
Alright.
So you've got number 2 right in front of you.
Alright, so I am gonna do double dagger.
Okay.
Let me do 1. Ooh, nat 20.
Nat 20, nice. Alright, so that first dagger, you roll a crit on that.
Okay.
Roll a d20, see for the second one if it hits.
Okay. 15.
15 doesn't hit, so the second one misses, but that first one you get a crit on.
Okay.
So roll for damage.
Are we doing like it's the full amount?
Yeah, so just what dice are you rolling?
1d4 plus 3, so 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7?
We'll roll the dice as well.
Oh, cool. Three.
Alright, so 10 points of damage overall for that strike.
Nice.
And then, so that first one you hit, boom, take a crit shot against them, mass amount of damage, and then the second one just unfortunately just doesn't quite get him. Do you want to take a bonus action or movement from there?
I'm good right now.
Okay. Alright, Arrow, you're up again.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. I pull out some rope from my... I have like 100 feet of rope. So, I'll pull out some rope and tie it to this wheel really tightly. I assume I know how to tie a rope really well.
Yeah, we'll just assume you're a pirate. You should know how to
Yeah.
tie a rope. We'll
So
make
I'm
it a
gonna
given.
I've done this multiple times before, so I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna rappel down. That way I can always climb back up it. So I'm gonna rappel down, like from the top of the wheel till I get to the ground, and then I want to run over to Droghar and just like put my hands against him and use healing cure wounds.
Okay.
If I
Make
can do
me
that.
just an acrobatics check just to get down safely on the rope.
Wait, and then I can add my D4, because that was bad. It was a 7. An 8.
You make it down the rope. It's not the smoothest you've ever made it down a rope in your life. But like you kind of like fall, catch yourself, swing yourself. But you manage to do it and then get over to Droghar and then lay on hands.
I got an 8 for cure wounds.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, actually, it's with my proficiency, it's an 11. So
11, so...
I just push my hands up against him.
Drogar's glowing.
Droghar feels really good right now. Alright. So I'm back at... Yeah. Okay, cool.
Wait, is cure wounds a bonus action or action? I guess I have to wait, right?
Yeah,
thought
I
it
think
was
it's an action.
Oh yeah, it is an action.
Unless-
Sorry, it's not a bonus action.
Okay.
Unless you're gonna count what I just did as a bonus action.
Well, the cure wounds would be the action. I would count the coming down the rope as the movement.
Okay, then that's fine. Then I'll use cure wounds on him then, and that'll be.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Alright, so
Now I can
advance
fight
go
down here too. So.
back to the top. We'll go to Minnich. Completely whiffs and misses the armor. Good job, Minnich.
We gotta tell him how great he did.
I
Dude, you killed them all.
know. To be fair, the suit of armor he's fighting, he's not having much better luck, to be honest.
That's
so.
true.
Yep, suit of armor completely misses him as well, so the two of them are just through mid-air in front of each other, just not... I don't think either of them have hit each other yet, to be completely honest. Alright, so yeah, that's Minnich, and that's that armor. Number 2. Going for Aries. Oh yeah, number 2 hits. 18.
Oh no. Went after the one that was damaged.
2. So it is coming in with a slam attack, just smacking you with the armor. 7 points of damage.
Ouch.
What are you sitting at?
What?
What HP are you sitting at now?
Hold on. I gotta do math. I'm at a 6.
The armor has 2 attacks.
Oh.
Second attack hits for 7 points of damage.
Ah, jeez.
Aries is down.
It couldn't have hit me. Alright, so does that mean it's my turn?
Yeah, Aries has dropped. Yeah, so it's Erellia next.
Okay. Well, I'm going to sneak attack number 2 with my short bow.
Double check that for me. Does sneak attack work if the ally is unconscious? I don't know if it does.
I think he just needs to be around him.
Because I don't know if it changes if the... Because technically Aries is down and isn't counted as a
Well,
threat
I'm still
anymore.
in range, right?
Yeah, I just want to double check if it doesn't say anything specifically against it, it's fine, but I just want to double check.
Like, am I at advantage? Question mark?
I'll make a roll just to go with it. We'll just go ahead with it
Okay.
because I wasn't sure. Because the whole thing of sneak attack is it's meant to
It
get
says,
the
is it incapacitated? So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So
Am
Aries
I-
is incapacitated.
Yep.
and I'm not at advantage.
Yeah, so you don't have advantage in sneak attack on it.
Okay. Well,
Because sneak
yeah.
attack works because it's focused on another opponent, and because Aries is down, all the focus is on you.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. 'Cause I still haven't figured that out yet. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wipe number 2 with my short sword.
Go for it. We'll see if we hit.
All right. I got a 19 plus 5.
Nice.
Fairly certain
There you
that
go.
I'll do the math because I know that works.
hits. Yeah, fairly certain that'll hit. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Alright.
I rolled a 3 plus 3 is 6. Haha.
All right. The armor's still up, but it is looking hurt now. It is like severely.
I'm
Well,
trying
it's
to.
hot. As hot as a
wreck
suit
you.
of armor can look.
I know, right?
Kind of cracking, crumbly.
I'm doing
Yeah.
pretty good, though. Trying to get
Do you
that
wanna?
thing.
Do you wanna stay in that position? Do you wanna move at all?
I'll stay to protect Aries.
Oh,
Make sure.
okay.
Alright.
So it was Erellia. So next up is Droghar.
I look over my shoulder and I see Aries go down, and I'm already in a rage, but I physically change, and I just scream at the top of my lungs. And I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration on my attack roll. So, let me see. So I got a 19. I got a 24.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm going to take both hands of my greatsword. I'm going to jump in the air, and I'm going to bring it down straight on the top of the dude's head as I'm screaming. So let me roll for damage. 14.
Thank you.
14. Dang.
And as I'm coming down, I'm like shaking the walls. I'm screaming so loud.
All right, so he's looking fairly hurt as well. Not as hurt as the other guy that's by Aries and Erellia, but he's looking hurt. So he's starting to get some good dents and dings in him. Droghar's like smashed straight into the armor with that one. All right, if that's Droghar, then Aries death saving roll.
Oh man.
Okay.
So we don't get to find out until when?
Until probably the end of that.
Until you save her or she dies.
Oh. Oh no.
You don't know what she's getting. I mean, she could be on her way to success and healing, and she could also be 2 more rolls from death's door. Alright, Aries is gone. Arrow.
I'll turn to Droghar and I'll shout, "Go help your friend, mate! I got this!" And I'll pull both cutlasses out and I'll go for this, go for the one next to Minnich. The first attack is...
I love how he's not here and you're still getting his name wrong.
No.
What? It's now it's just like it's
It's
just
a
part
good
of it.
thing.
Right,
It's a
Droghar, move over there a sec.
21,
21 hits.
and then 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage to number 1. Alright, and then your second attack.
All right, second attack is that is a 24,
Yeah, that
and
hits.
then,
Holy
though it's only a 1, so.
Only a 1, so that's 7 overall.
Mhm.
Alright, it's still standing, but it's now looking about as bad as the other suit of armor. Like, both of them are fairly looking dinged and dented at this point. Alright, so with Arrow, we go back to the top. Can Minnich finish it off? No.
Come on, Minnich. Oh.
I tell you what, though, these suits of armor have got really high armor class. I'm just saying. Like, the armor. The AC's high. It's like,
True. That's true.
Those jerks.
Alright, so Minnich does Jackal. The armor gets to attack. This guy is mad that he's getting all Ooh, don't move the map. Don't move the map.
Oh no.
No. There we go. He's getting mad. He can't get to Droghar because Arrow stepped away, so he's just going to go for Arrow. What's your armor class, Arrow?
17.
Yeah, he
Nice.
completely misses you. He's not up to par at all. Completely not. Number 2 is going to go for Erellia. Yeah, he whiffs as well. I don't even need to ask you the armor class. There's no way that hits. It's like a 9. Look. Not even close.
Missed me.
Alright, and speaking of Aurelia, you're up next.
Right, I'm just gonna swing him again.
Alright, go
Ooh.
ahead.
I got a 22.
Nice.
Yep, that hits. Roll for damage.
Ow. Oh man, I got a 4.
How are you attacking him? Are you using your daggers or your bow?
My short sword.
Your short sword?
I'm just
With
like
that attack,
angry now.
you come up with that short sword in one swing, you boom and smash straight through the armor.
Yeah.
2 is gone.
Ooh.
Alright, just number 1 left. Aurelia, do you have any movement or anything? Do you want to do anything else right now?
I mean, I love you, girl, but there's one left, so I'm just gonna go as close to Minnich as I can.
Mhm.
I got 30, by the way. Walking distance.
Yeah, you'll get over it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like Aries' body's literally lying dead, and it's like, yeah, Minnich needs more
I'm
help than you
so
do right now. Minnich needs more help. Let's be honest, you know.
He can heal you too, hopefully.
All right, Droghar, you're up.
Can I close the gap between myself and Aries?
Yeah. It's like how
Alright.
much is your distance?
30.
Yeah, you can get right up to her pretty much.
All right. I'm gonna go over to her and pick her up.
Okay. All right, you're next to her. This is a crap character model. You're next to her, even though it looks like there's like a mile between you. And you pick her up and
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of
gonna
make an
pick her
action,
up.
like, hold
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Okay. All right, if that's the case, then as Droghar's holding her, Aries' next death saving roll.
Ah.
Guessing that means the first one didn't work out.
Don't know.
Well, no, you need to for
Three, I
death
think.
saving rolls. A success is anything that's 11 and higher. Failure is anything
Okay.
10 and lower, and you have to get 3 successes to stabilize, or 3 failures,
dang.
you are dead.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
I scream. As I'm holding her, I'm screaming across the thing. Can anybody heal her? Can anybody heal her?
I'm literally checking Minnich's stats because I don't actually know if he can. I feel like he can, but I'm not sure.
He's an elf. Come on.
Well, he's a paladin, so I feel like he's got like he should have like some sort of laying on of hands or something. But
Did he give you his spells before?
yeah, I've got them. It's just he does. He's got a cure thing, so he can come
Yeah.
over and cure her when it's his turn. Alright, so that was Aries. So Arrow, you're up.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna take another swing at this thing in front of me here.
Alright, go ahead.
Ooh, it's an 11.
11 does not hit.
Alright, second swing, and that's worse than that. It's an 8.
Arrow, we're gonna need to get you some real dice.
I've been drinking. I actually have some. Maybe I should use them.
I was gonna say whatever system is not liking you tonight. Just...
I know. We need to stop it.
I mean, it plays with my character really well because I am like kind of hungover, so
That's true. That's true.
it's working
Alright,
out.
so arrows, swing and a miss with both of those. So next up it's Minnich for his turn. We're just going to see if we can finish this off. Yep, he takes the final shot, brings out his sword, boom, through the last armor. So the second armor goes down. And with that, you guys are officially out of combat.
Is she still down?
Oh yeah, Aries is still down.
I'll walk over to her. Man, I'm very conflicted about you wanting to do this.
I'm kind of.
She's been mean to me the whole time.
I'm in like a
It
panic.
was really mean.
I'm like,
to you.
heal. You need to heal her.
So Minnich comes.
And I'll just do
over
it.
to. You gonna go for it? Okay.
I'll just put my hand on her and not happy about it, but I do it and I heal her. I'll use. Let me see. Using my last spell slot for you.
No guilt trip.
Can't let her forget it.
A 9. No, I'm not. A 9.
I was gonna say he won't.
9. Alright. So Aries is healed up again, no longer fighting at death's
I
door.
can use that again, right? First level. You can use. It's been a long time since I played. You can notice that. I can use a first level spell slot twice. Just as long as I have the slots, right? I can use Cure Wounds twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's been a
Yeah, you
long
can
time
do it.
since
So
I've been
that's
playing
yours.
it, so.
Yeah, so that's your second one. So because
Yeah.
you did it once on Droghar, and then that's the second one to Aries, and you can do that.
And I kind of walk away. I heal her and just kind of like shake my head and walk away.
Alright,
Oh,
so you
BA.
guys are out of combat, but you're still
Am
in
I
the ring.
conscious or am I just kind of still laying there? Or...
Yeah, I think it was like 9 HP that you gave her. So
Mhm.
like you're conscious, you're awake, you're healed to a certain extent.
I'll set you down. Like I'm gonna set you down on the ground.
Okay. I just start kind of licking my wounds and just kind of sorting myself because I'm like, oh my goodness, what just happened?
I'll stand. Listen, guys, that wheel. I can't say that every time we turn it, something bad's gonna happen, but I honestly don't know any choice. I can't push it by myself either.
Okay.
So
Shoot. Am I able to see if the rope's able to hold me, so I can go up there?
Make a perception check on it.
Okay. I got 17.
The rope looks like, in terms of like the rope stability, it looks stable. Like Arrow knows his stuff. He knows how to
Okay.
tie the rope tight enough. He ties it for like his crew all the time and stuff, and it holds like like Leo holds orcs,
Okay.
holds whatever is on his crew. The only iffy thing is if the platform will take your weight, like hulking itself up.
Hmm.
But you can definitely try.
I'm gonna jump up the rope and try to climb up, because I heard Arrow say he can't turn the wheel by himself. And
All right, give
Yeah.
me an athletics check to climb the rope then.
okay, I got a 22.
Yep, you haul yourself up there, you get to that rope, and you just pull yourself up. And get up to there, so you're now up on the platform, almost with ease. Like this is what you do. You
Alright.
stretch it up there,
So
and
I-
you're up there with the wheel now.
Yeah, so I grab the wheel and I just crank it.
Alright, give me a strength check.
I got a 13.
Noise.
Yep, 13. Boom. See the second Arcana light turn on. Give me another strength check.
25.
Boom. For 25, I'll say the next two. You whip that so hard, the next two go on. One last strength check for the fifth and final light.
A 10. Of course. Of course, not the last one.
The last one. Give me another strength. You whip that one and the thing just doesn't move. Droghar gets too overexcited.
17. As I'm doing the last one, I scream 17. I don't scream 17, but it's a 17 and I scream.
17!
I mean, I can speak Elvish. I'm just not that smart. I can't read.
You scream 17 in Elvish and rips round, the final light comes on, and the door rolls open as the stone moves and opens up for you all to go.
Alright. I just slide down the rope. Slide back down the rope.
Yep, you can slide down the rope now. Yep, you guys are all good to go through the door. It's held open now. Like, there's nothing blocking it.
You untie my rope. No, well, I guess you couldn't. Well, there goes my rope.
How far is it of a jump if I wanted to jump? Down.
Like, jump down?
Yeah. That's pretty far, right?
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
fine.
like 30
Take the
feet
rope.
or something
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like
Bonnie man, the rope is gone. I'm sorry.
it's like it's not massive, but it's like it's a big drop, you know. So yeah, so the doors are open. You guys have defeated the guards. What do you want to do?
well, before we leave, I grab my axes that I just so haphazardly threw away.
I forgot about that. Just like,
So, what constitutes a short rest? Like, how long of a time period does that have to be?
it counts like an hour, I think. It's like an hour, 2 hours, something like that. It's
And you roll your. I think you roll your. Is it Constitution?
yeah,
you
you roll your constitution for like how much like restoration you get and stuff for it.
I was gonna say, I mean, if you guys want, we could do. Yeah, I could just start playing my Song of Rest. That way, everyone could get P and stuff like that, and just.
That's true.
I just didn't know how long that would be.
Marc agrees
I
with
just. Can I just like whip out like I don't even say anything? I just start playing the tune. Is that okay?
You can do
Works
as
for
long
me.
as people are, as long as everyone's willing to stick in the room for it, because it has to last a short rest. So
Mhm.
as long as they're all willing to hang about in the room until like an hour for the song of rest to take effect, then yeah. If they want to plow ahead,
Look at
then
these
you do.
weaklings.
Well, to be fair, like Aries did die, so I think she's
I was gonna say, I mean, me and Droghar
a bit of a rest, if nothing else.
Wow,
I
wow.
practically died.
Been there, got the t-shirt.
That's so true.
So you guys all hang about then. I'll do your short rest in here.
Yeah.
You spin a
Okay.
hit die. Sorry, it's you could spin a hit die up to your whatever your character level is. So we're level 2. So
Yeah.
you
Yep.
do 2 hit die, and then add your Constitution modifier to it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna also do 1d6 of hit points. So I'm gonna roll d6 and you add that as well for my
Alright.
Song of Rest. Another 2. So that's like
So roll the hit die twice, Constitution
Yeah.
modifier, and then 2 on top of that.
That's my hit die.
Math.
I know.
oh wait, Constitution. What's the Constitution dice? Is that
Oh, your hit dice is
yeah? What's my hit dice?
I don't know, got it. I think it's different per class. Sorry, I did have this.
I think yours is a D6, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
So
D6
mine
tends
It sounds right.
Oh, mine's
Yeah.
a D10.
How do you know what a hit dice is?
I think the
It's
hit
class.
dice is what you use for like when you're attacking. So like after you roll the d20, what you hit for damage.
So you have
Oh.
yeah, you have a D6.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a D6 because my cat's claws is a D6. So
Yeah.
okay, I do that twice.
What
Ross,
if
you
you have
don't
a D4 and a D6?
you don't get your spell slots back, right?
8. Not, and it's
no.
after a long rest.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think you get a short rest.
Okay.
So
I'm
yeah,
back
so you
to
want to be
full health
mindful of
again.
that.
So I got 8. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I'm back to full health. Woo. All right.
Yeah. And for the most part, most of you didn't take a lot of damage during that, so you should all be fairly, at least sort of healthy, at least coming out of that. I think Droghar took the most, and most of that was from the freaking spikes in the wall.
Dude, it took off half my health. And I have 23 HP.
Do my bardic inspiration, does that come back after a short rest or a long rest? Do you know?
I am not sure off the top of my head. I think it's a long rest.
Yeah, it's a long rest. I'm looking at it right now.
You got it there,
Okay.
yeah. I
Okay.
didn't have it pulled up, but like, yeah, I thought it was a long rest. Yeah.
Because I know with Ori,
Droghar,
with
did
my...
you use that?
Yeah, I used the Bardic
used
Inspiration on
one.
the attack roll.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Very good.
Yeah, because I know with Ori, my fire breath could come back after a short rest, but I couldn't remember if my bardic. Okay.
Yeah, I think you gave it to me last time, and I totally forgot about it and forgot to use it.
I've done that before.
Ugh.
It's so
Right, so
bad.
you all take the time to rest up, and the room's been cleared out. You don't have any more trouble in here. And you take the chance to get a short rest. Aries plays her song of rest for you all to help you feel better. You'll eat some of the cooked and cured ill there that you've still got, and get yourselves all fixed up. And what do you all do next? The door's wide open for you.
I'm not gonna say anything to anybody. I'm just gonna push forward.
All right,
That's like the first time in forever.
Yeah.
Arrow,
Something's obviously kind of wrong. If Arrow ain't talking.
yeah,
It's
Arrow
bad.
and pushes through the stone door into the next section.
With my torch, I'm just gonna keep walking. Not say anything.
What about all the rest of you? Do you follow? Do you hold back?
Oh,
Yeah.
we follow.
We follow.
I'll
It's
hold up the back.
serious.
I'll go
But-
in the back.
I kind of hang back by Droghar, and I kind of ask him, I'm like, because my ears are kind of still slightly back, and because I just kind of look worn. And I just kind of ask him, I'm just like, are you really thinking of going with the bunny?
The bunny talks a lot, but he's kind, and I think he has a good heart. So, yeah, I think so. I think so. I would love to do adventure. I have not seen a whole lot, so I don't know. I think about it, but I think I might.
Can Nitro? I wish I could say this. Cross, can you make Nitro do like a perception check? Because I want to see if he notices something on me. Can I do that?
Yeah. Natural roll perception check.
Okay.
Is this something you want to notice, or is this something you're keeping hidden?
Well, that's why I want to see if he notices it. If not, then it'll stay hidden. But I want to see if he notices
Are you
it.
gonna
Well,
do it in chat?
Well, that's what I was going to
Like
ask.
in-
If you want it to stay hidden, make me a deception
Like a
check.
separate
against your
chat.
perception.
Oh,
me-
you make a deception check, and I make a perception check. Right?
Yeah, like if it's something you want to keep hidden.
No, it
okay.
doesn't have to stay hidden. It's just because he's watching me. I want to see if he notices it or not.
Okay, just a straight up perception check then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
Yeah, so on a 20, he'll probably
Okay.
notice whatever it is.
So I don't say anything, but you see me start crying, and I just kind of start walking a little bit further ahead.
Droghar just looks confused. Like, what the heck just happened here? And so he kind of he stops for a second as she's walking, and he just starts following her. Doesn't really say anything.
All right. So as you push into the next part of this area, this is no longer like an underground mine. The area you come into starts to look like almost like an abandoned cityscape almost under here. You start to see like buildings like that. And when I say like abandoned, I mean like this is ruined. The buildings are destroyed. But it looks like it was almost kind of like this was a former city a long time ago. As you push through the city, and you see you don't really see anyone. You don't see anything of interest. The buildings are pretty much mostly wasted away at this point. The only building that seems to have any sort of kind of structure to it still is there ahead of you. There's a kind of old temple that used to be clearly a place of worship in a kind of focal point of this underground city. Just because of how ornate, how well designed it is, all that sort of stuff, it's still standing in fairly decent condition. It was clearly given a lot of loving care when it was a thriving city here. But even at that, it is still starting to wear away and starting to fall apart, and it's still a ruin, just not quite as bad as the rest of the city. As you kind of keep going forwards, you kind of head straight up to it. The city's designed almost like this. The road kind of heads straight there. There's not really any veering off or taking changes or turns. And you come basically to the front of this place of worship, this old school temple.
So, would Erellia know what she's come upon because she's from the city? She would probably know.
Aurelia probably wouldn't know. This is well
Okay.
before like her time. Even as a drow, like, you know, you've got a fairly lengthy like existence, and this is something that you would never hear spoken about in Andriesia. Or in
Okay.
like this. As far as you're aware, whatever city sat here, none of you have a clue what it is or where it came from.
I'm just gonna push my way in. I don't even care.
Alright, so Arrow, you
I
push.
I whip out one of my cutlasses too as I'm going.
Alright, you come out, cutlass armed, come inside. As you go inside, it's kind of like still in ruin. There's some pillars up. You see a statue of a goddess that used to be here at the place of worship in the temple. The statue started to fade though. There's no marking, so there's no clue of even who it was that was worshipped here. If it's even still a deity that any of you would recognize today. As you come inside, you start to push a little closer. Roll for initiative.
Oh,
Good lord. I got a 7.
7.
me too. Me too.
Triple sevens. Lucky number 7.
7 heaven. We would totally win in Vegas.
What'd you get, Jay?
Huh?
What'd you get?
What did you?
What'd you get?
Oh, 16.
Nice.
Oh,
Hey, somebody
that's
can
to
roll.
you.
Somebody knows how to roll double figures. There you go.
There.
Dude, I have plus... Oh, I got an 8. I'm sorry. I can't count. I have plus 6 on initiative, and I got a 2. But still, like, I have plus 6 on initiative, and I'm rolling single digits every time we do this.
I was gonna say what?
All right.
So do we need a tiebreaker or does it matter?
No, we can work it out when we get to it. It just depends what y'all want to do. 'Cause
Oh, technically
is
I
it-
have a I have a +2 for my initiative on top of what I have, so it's a 9.
Oh yeah, so you do because your thing. That's right. You've got that
Yeah.
feat for that.
Let's sigh.
So Jay, that second map
Sorry.
I gave you, ignore it. We're just gonna jump
I always
over that
forget I have
on the
it.
map.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was that, Cross?
Jay, so the second map I gave you, just
Yeah.
ignore it. We're just going to jump to the next one,
Oh, okay.
just because of the way the story's kind of playing.
Okay.
So you see a group
Oh man.
come before you, for this fight. They actually have top of the initiative order. But I want
course
you all
they
to
do.
make a perception check for me.
I got a 12.
Dude, I hate
Same
these
here.
dice. I hate these dice. 12. These virtual dice.
12.
Dang.
17.
17. Good night. Hope Mark comes back soon because he can roll better as Minnich than I can apparently. Minnich is gonna go back tonight. So for 12s, you guys, for the guys that got 12s, you all kind of have a weird feeling coming into this, like this face-off with the group that are in front of you. You don't know what it is that's niggling you, but there's something that's kind of niggling you that's different than just like your typical fight. Like, you all have been in your fights. Erellia, Arrow, Droghar have all been in their fights before, but you all are getting a little bit of, like, something's not quite. Extreme close-up. Whoa! Close-up of Erellia there.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going right up to your camera like that. It's like, whoa, what's going on?
I'm trying to read the names.
Oh my goodness, that was so funny. Just like, that just threw me completely, sorry. I was like, what's going on?
I'm here to serve.
The three of you, something's niggling you. Something feels different here. What was it you rolled, Aries? You got in
Oh,
18?
17.
17? For the 17, you notice two things that the others don't quite pick up on yet. And that is, one, this is a very random and eclectic group that's standing in front of you. You have some goblins, you have some kobolds, and thrykreen. These are three very different creatures. Don't typically spend time together, but for some reason they're all standing in front of you. Secondly, what you realise, although you're about to attack and they fully look like they're about to fight, they are a little apprehensive to make the attack. They have the opportunity, like they had the opportunity to attack you when you came in. Like, you could have walked in here, especially when Arrow just pushing the door open and coming in. But they never made the first move. And
We're
even
not-
now,
We're not in
realise
combat right this second, right?
technically you're in combat as like as it being an aggressive situation, but the fight hasn't started.
Can I shout something, or do I need to wait?
You can shout something now. Yeah.
Hi, and I'm not happy. Hey, you. Who's your leader?
You see them kind of like, they almost look apprehensive at you having shouted at them.
I point my sword up. I said, who's the leader here?
And I slam my sword down on the ground in front of him.
Make a perception check for me. Or everyone making a perception check, but for Arrow and Droghar also checks.
You cut out for Droghar and Arrow. Who? What do we do?
Intimidation checks.
Okay.
As well.
Make both.
Yeah, make both for you guys. Intimidation.
I got a
for the-
20, but it wasn't a nat.
Okay, dirty 20.
You got a crit fail.
I got a 14 on perception, and I got a 4 on intimidation.
Oh, it's okay. I got a crit fail on intimidation,
Oh,
Yes! Yes!
and a 9 on perception.
We are still slightly intoxicated. It's okay.
So Arrow and Droghar totally think they're making this big, badass speech, trying to get them to stand down, and are completely just drunk and rambling.
Dude, how did we do that?
And like the group's still a bit apprehensive, but like not in the way you initially thought. Like apprehensive to like interact with you. They're apprehensive, like what is going on? What in the? As he watched this drunk Haregon like shakily point his cutlass at them, and this Goliath like throw his sword down, and not quite an intimidating manner as he expected. What did we get for perception checks again? So you got dirty 20, Aries.
Yeah.
What did you get, Erellia? You got
I got a
nat 1.
4. Yeah, I got
Nice.
a nat 1.
Aurelia's underground. What did Droghar and Arrow get?
I got a 14.
I mean, I am a drow.
I got a 9.
I got a 14.
9, 14. Again, Aries is the one picking up on this stuff with that 20. I was like, I don't know what's going on with Aries, but the mood she's in apparently picking up stuff for this group. You look at them, and you get a good glimpse of the weapons that they're holding. These are some of the most shoddy, banged up looking swords you have ever seen. And the clothes that they're wearing with the armor on top is this really not well held together leather armor. This is not only not like a trained group, this is like low level even for what you would consider bandits. You know, for groups who make hard-on attacks on cities, that take money, that steal from people out and about, all this sort of stuff. Why would they have stuff like this in hand? Why would they be wearing stuff like this, especially for combat?
Without hesitation, I just want to take a shot at him with my pistol if I can. Just pick it up and just shoot. Like I'm done. I'm over it.
You're shooting in their direction? Are you shooting?
No, I'm shooting at whatever one is closest in range. I just want to shoot. I don't care.
Alright, closest one at range is probably going to be
the lizard.
Yeah, probably the lizard folk. Oh yeah, there's a lizard folk there as well. I forgot I had the lizard folk. Alright, well, take your shot.
That is a nat 20, baby.
Nice.
It's actually a 26.
Nat 20. Roll for damage.
Nice.
Oh wait, sorry. There we go. It's a 10. Am I doubling that, or am I doing the? What are we doing?
It's a 10. You rolled a 10.
Yeah.
And what's the die that you're rolling?
It's a D10.
It's a D10. So yeah, so it's a 20. So you, and your drunken stupor, not intimidating them at all. Pull out your pistol. And just boom. Amazingly for a man with like that's still partially drunk, has an amazing constitution, just to aim straight through. Boom. And the lizard folk drops.
Anybody else want some?
Make another intimidation check with advantage.
Arrow's pissed. Alright, let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay. The first one was terrible. Another nat 20.
Nice.
Nat 20 intimidation check.
Dang.
What do you say to them?
I'm not gonna say again. Who's your leader? And also, drop your weapons while you're at it.
This group here all drop their weapons and drop to their knees, cowering.
I'll run up, and I kind of look at Droghar, and I kind of give like the nod, like, "Come on, let's." I'll
walk slowly up behind him.
I'll kind of walk cautiously up. Well, actually, no, not cautiously. I'm just gonna walk up. I'm mad, and I just walk straight up to him, and I like kick their swords away from him, and I'll grab, I guess, the kobold number 2 by the brim of his head and pull it back and like get in his face.
Okay.
Do you speak common, mate?
And I'll grab another one, whichever one is the biggest one, and I'll just grab him by the chest and hold him up in the air.
Probably the other kobold. Which at this point, by the way, I'm going to revert this back. We are definitely out of combat. Like the combat is over. So you pick the other kobold up and you grab the first kobold and pull his head back. It's like, yeah, we speak common.
Who are you? Which one's your leader? You?
Please don't hurt us.
I'll put my cutlass up to his neck. This is the last time I'm gonna ask, mate, or your head's coming straight off. Who is the leader here?
But the leader of our group is over here. We stay just through the other side of the building. Our leaders are there.
What, like in the room?
No, he's pointing like through the back of the building, and raised bit of the ground where it's like kind of broken away and it goes up. And over that hill he's kind of pointing towards.
I turn back to
Like,
Erellia.
That's the place that they stay.
I turn back to Erellia, Aries, and Minnich, and I kind of wave him over with my other hand.
I'll pick him up by his head and put my I'll put the cutlass away and take the flintlock and stick it to the back of his head. Let's go have a nice chat, shall we? With the boss.
Okay, please, just don't hurt us, please.
Hey, and then
Take me to him now.
I just look at all the other ones and say, nobody has to get hurt. Just take us to your leader. Nobody has to get hurt.
Okay. We'll take you. Take you. And he takes you. I'm assuming he's leading the way with Arrow. Like,
Oh yeah, I have it.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
Is everybody else followed? Do we
Yeah.
drag the rest of them?
I'll
Drogar's got the.
I'll set that other kobold down gently and just kind of let him follow the other group.
Okay, so he kind of like lets them go off, and you see some of them as they're walking past, like just kind of like keeping themselves steady, and you see some of them looking over at their fallen comrade who took those shot through the head. And as you get to the top of the ridge coming over the hill, you all see, and I'm not even going to get perception checks or anything for this, like what you expected to see was a bandit camp. What you actually see is a shanty town. Cobbled together buildings made of bits that are... You clearly see where like all the rooms and stuff that you've seen stripped. This is where it's went. Everything has been taken to build a literal shanty town. Like crap houses, sheet metal, bits of wood that have been put together. Like it's clearly just this little cobbled together shanty town, and it's fairly big. But as they kind of start to lead down the hill, like the first kobold still going in, what you see ahead isn't hardened bandits, but you actually see kids playing in the street. Some
Try
of them
not
are
to make eye
kicking.
contact.
You see kids playing in the street, you see people going about their day, and all kind of like stepping back and taken aback when they see like some of their people being escorted in, like with guns against them and with a Goliath guarding them. As they come in the street, you see them all kind of looking at you, and as you're coming in here, you start to see so many types.
This is probably a really dumb question, and I probably should know this, but why are we in this mining camp again? Or why did we go into the mining camp initially?
You were hired to get the bandits.
Okay, got it.
I appreciate dumb questions.
But you come into this town and you see goblins, Duskryn, kobolds, lizard folk, Drow, ogres, orcs, all these different communities of people, all living in this shanty town, and every single one of them in the street looks petrified of you five.
I knew it. Aurelia's just getting madder by the second.
It's like you hear like the whispers starting to go through the crowd as like this group has came in with their group, and as you hear like the crowd's kind of like chattering and stuff like that, you start to see like the people parting ways ahead of you a little bit as you come into what is essentially a town centre, and a gathering point. Not that it's much of a town centre. And through the crowd you see a couple of older goblins coming through.
I kind of realize, Droghar kind of realizes what is happening a little bit, and he sheaths his sword.
And it's like, The older woman kind of like steps forward with a concerned look in her face, but the older goblin man steps forward like with a stern look on his face. I don't know who you folks are, but whatever you want with us, make it quick and let us be in peace. We don't have anything of worth.
We're not here for your money. We were sent by the council to extinguish all of you. You
hear
goblins.
gasps and worries and stuff in the crowd.
Your goblins attacked the city up top. And I take out the coin and I just throw it. I'm pissed. I take and just throw it on the ground.
Don't you see what's going on right here?
I don't care.
I knew this was what was happening. They sent us on a wild goose chase to kill innocent people. That's just what the Union Guard does. I should have known this from the beginning.
Innocent. They attacked the surface with people in that city. That's not innocent.
Droghar says, did any one of your group attack the surface a couple of days ago?
And I kick over that coin that I got from the goblin. I just throw it on the ground and kick it over to the couple.
I just
found this on the body.
I just put my hand on Arrow, like on his shoulder, and kind of grip it
Arrow,
just a tad.
you're being a fool. You're being a fool.
I was paid to do a job. I'm gonna see it through. You're either with me or you're against me, and you don't want to be against me.
Arrow, I think we should hear them out. Just for a minute.
And I still have the kobold right there. Something happens, it's on all of you. Just remember that. And I take him, I just throw him to the ground, and I put the pistol away.
Now listen here, son. You seem to be very set on that you're here to do a job, and that an extermination has to take place today.
No exterminations are happening.
You can say the job's been done. Just take my life and let the rest of them live.
Arrow will walk up with his sword, and I'll hold it to his neck, and I'll just kind of hesitate a little bit. Like, I'll just walk up real fast before anybody could stop me, and I put it to his neck. And
I'm see him kind of like staring you in the eye, and he's breathing heavy, and it's like, as long as the rest of them are fine, as long as the rest of them live, you do what you need to do, son.
I have my bow to your head, Arrow.
And I'm gonna grab the blade. I'm gonna grab Arrow's blade, like by the actual blade.
I'll pull my second blade up and stick it on his stomach. Not push it in, but like stick it to his stomach. And then I'm not doing anything just yet. I'm hesitating. I'll sheathe both of them and walk up to like the nearest wall or whatever and just punch it as hard as I can. I don't care if I'm like breaking my hand. I'm just gonna punch it as hard as I can.
Make a strength check for me.
Hope it's not too bad.
A 12.
You dent one of the walls in the houses.
Oof.
It's a shanty town. You're not going to break your hand. You're going to break the house first.
And I just put my hands on my face. Okay. Just tell us what the hell's going on, because I'm tired of games. Was it your people that came to the surface and started this mess? Why does this council want us to kill you? I want answers, and I want them now.
I can give you answers, son. Follow me. We'll go back to my place, and you'll get your answers.
Okay.
And
I whisper over to Erellia, and I'm like, they don't look equipped to do those bombs.
Even if they were equipped, they were doing the right thing. If it was even them to begin with.
I'm gonna go over to Arrow and say, Arrow, what is the matter, my friend?
I don't even look at them. I just keep following the older couple.
So the older couple lead their way back through the crowd, and you see the older male goblin who seems to be kind of like the leader of the two, but they're kind of co-lead, like kind of like waves to everyone else to kind of like go about your day sort of thing, and leads you guys back to his place and comes in, and it's again, it's like the rest of the place. It's like it's a hobbled together little shack. You know, it's definitely not much, but there's enough kind of space to get everybody in. Even Droghar kind of like squeezes his way in and stuff. And the gentleman sits back down. You see him kind of like adjusting himself. He's clearly in aches and pains from having to have got up and walked as much. He's a definite older goblin. He doesn't move about as much unless he has to. And you see his wife bring him over a little drink, and she kind of sits down next to him. You all want some answers of what happened. I'm more than happy to give them. I understand you're coming in here not in the best mood with us, and not in the best light of what's taking place. But fully armed and fully prepared or not, you will not enter this town again with your weapons drawn when there are children in the streets. And putting their lives in risk, that is not acceptable here. We are not a trained folk. We are not fit to fight. My name is Rix. This is my lovely wife, Teal'd. We are kind of the unofficial mayors of our home here that became known as Amalga. This town is the place for those that have nowhere else to go. Everyone travels the whole length of Andriesia, from even overseas, to live good in Union City, where everybody gets to be equal. The problem is, nobody is. All of the people here are people who were not accepted in Union City. If you take a look out there, you might recognize, I think we are all the group that centuries and millennia ago considered the evil groups, the henchmen, the lower classes. And the honest truth is, nothing has changed. And the honest truth is, we are struggling down here. More and more people come in. We try to never shut our door, but we were starving. We were running out of food. And we were delivered an opportunity by someone who they never revealed themselves completely. But they left us a note with the promise of as much food as was needed for us, if we would do a job. And basically that job was to go in and raise hell on Unification Day. We don't even know if the promise of food was ever going to come through or not. We just took the job because it was that or death. We sent some of our best fighters, goblins who had some minor training, into the town, knowing full well that they would be leaving wives and children behind without a father to come home. And unfortunately for all of them, that's what happened.
You could have said no. There's always another way.
No.
And you chose to do
no,
the wrong
son. You listen to me. You look out there and look at how many people are here. I don't think you realize what it means to be starving and on the brink of death that you are willing to do anything for a few crumbs. I have a community here who are relying on us. No, we didn't have a damn choice because that council in Union City never allowed it. They all sit big in their big peaks with their wealth, whereas we don't even get to sit in the city. There's a few of our kind who have made it there, a few goblins and orcs and tieflings who have all made shops there, who have all made businesses there, but they are 100% not the norm. They go against the rule of what happens to our kind. You're a Haregon, right?
Wait. I don't understand how the hell I have not heard about you when I've been living in the city, or should I say surviving in the city, when I have people who died in the city and no one has told me about this?
All I can say is, as a Drow living in the city, you must have had some good people around you to help. Most of us don't dare even go to the city. What little we try and get is a few bags of grain here and there from the farms on the outskirts can, to try and help people get by, but we are sorely losing on food. And you, man, maybe the only one that feels like to be looked at and seen as the lowest of the low, even in a world where we are no longer simply henchmen and guns for hire. We just want to live. We have nothing here, and the honest truth is, the little food that we got for that job is almost gone again. And it's been days, but with so many mouths, like we are on the verge of death.
Did you see who brought the note or the food?
We didn't see who brought the food, but the only thing we had from the note was it was signed off by a name that I've not recognised, but the saying at the bottom of it did ring a bell. I just can't remember where from.
What did it say?
Tell me.
It was signed off as, "We follow the Four to seek the truth." Erellia, 100% you recognize that. You recognize that as a religious group that's within Union City, called the Meek Ones. That's Meek, M-E-E-K.
Yeah.
Their chant or saying that they will say is, "We follow the Four to find the truth." And as Rex is saying it, he's like, that's the only sign off there was on it. We never saw someone deliver it or the food that was promised, but they just said that this had to take place in the city.
I feel sick.
That's why we did what we did. And if that's a reason enough for you to exterminate our town, then you go ahead, son. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I regret it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that we made a mistake. I did what I had to do for my people.
I, just for a second, just kind of think to myself, you're wrong. I do know what it's like to have nothing. And I reach in my bag of holding, and I'll take whatever the rest of the owlbear meat that we have left. I'm assuming we had a lot.
Yeah, so you were pretty handy skinning that thing. So yeah, you go quite a bit.
I take whatever we have left, and I take it out of the bag and just set the the carcass on the table. Do they know? Did the council know of this place? I would assume not.
No, they don't. They don't care enough to know The reason we don't go into the city is to make sure that we don't have fine armed fellows like yourselves who are trained coming in and slaughtering us where we stand.
Do you know of a human named Darius?
Not that I'm aware of. Been a long time since we've seen a human.
He pointed us here in this direction.
We don't know of him, but it's possible he knows of us. If he's aware of us, he's never said anything to most people.
Unfortunately. What's his name again? Did we get this dude's name?
The guy you're speaking
Rex.
with?
Rex.
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 R-I-X.
Rex.
R-I-X.
Yeah.
Droghar, while everybody's talking, Droghar is kind of looking around the place and seeing if he can if he can fix anything, because he's so used to fixing the halfling's house. He tries to see if there's anything that he can fix.
Yeah.
Rex. I think our presence here has made you and your people unsafe. I suggest getting out while you still can.
Where would we go?
Away from Union City. If you stay here, you're gonna die. You're gonna die anyway, so why not take the risk?
Amalga's the place you go when you don't have anywhere else to go.
I kind of have an idea. Is there any, because I have traveled like almost the world, would I know of anywhere that's like a kind of a safe haven? Just anywhere that I could even just recommend, like, hey, think of the map. This might be a good place to get out of Dodge.
Give me a...
Like a history.
Yeah, give me a history check. And like anything that you remember, because you've travelled a fair bit, so if anything comes to mind.
See how bad this roll is going to be. Oh, a 3.
Nowhere that wouldn't come with its own conflict. But Rex kind of says to you, son, a lot of these people don't have a home to go back to, or anywhere else to go to. They don't have the means to travel anywhere. And I'm sure as hell not going to leave them here alone.
I'll ask you this, Rex. For compensation, I know we kind of came in guns blazing because we didn't know. And I killed one of your men. I've killed a lot of men, but something rubbed me the wrong way about the one I killed. Is there any of your men that are capable? I have a crew on my ship, and they're all a bunch of idiots, and I'm about to fire all of them. Is there any of your men who would like to join a pirate crew to escape this place?
I mean, there's none that spring to mind directly, but you can, by all means, you can definitely ask. You're more than welcome to ask the folk here, and if any of them are willing to go.
Because we'll accept all kinds.
And where was the person that you shot, the family that you shot? Where did you shoot them?
I'll go get the body.
It's okay. Our folks can get it. We just need to know where he is. And what species he was, as people will want to know.
The lizard ones.
A lizard folk. And you see him kind of turn to his wife and say, and she just kind of nods like she already knows what to do. So she goes off to kind of inform the people that go and collect the body and prepare for a lizard folk funeral.
And I'm sorry, Rex. And I know I can't make up for it, but maybe what food I have given, and maybe if I can offer some of the folks freedom, even if it's on a ship full of pirates, better than here.
We certainly appreciate it. We appreciate the food that you brought to us, and I'm sure many of the people here in town would appreciate the opportunity for any sort of work at this point. As someone who's willing to take on anybody.
Is there any place for us? Would we be able to stay while we come up with a game plan? How to proceed next? I'd also like to, like I said, talk to the people in this town and see who we can get out.
We can definitely look at setting up some accommodation for you folks here. Amalga's never been a place to turn anyone away, regardless of anything. So you folks are more than welcome to stay here for the moment.
If there is anything you need with a strong back, let me know.
Thank you,
I'm
sir. We
gonna-
appreciate it.
I'm just gonna kind of give him a nod, and just you could tell just looking at my face. There's something's off. I mean, it's like super noticeable, and I'm just gonna walk out of the door, and I'm just gonna find just wherever a solitude and just sit for a little bit, just by myself.
I bend down and I pick up the coin. I take my hood off and I just go up and say, "Do you recognize this coin?"
He looks at it and he's like, yeah, it's probably a coin carried by one of the men who infiltrated Union City. Some of the folks that come here come with a little bit of coin that they've got. A little gold and silver and even copper that they can scrounge together to make the trip. Only to come to Union City and find out that it's useless. Because
So
they're
this
only
is-
trading Gideons.
So this is Goblin made then. This is for like Goblin clan money.
Not necessarily for Goblin Clan, but it's money that's used. Gideons are only used to a certain extent in Andriesia. There's probably someone who came from outside, maybe somewhere overseas, still trading gold. They come with what little they have and don't realise that city you have to trade it for Gideons and you get jack all for the amount of money our folk bring.
I go to Droghar and I say, "Hey, do you have any of that leftover beer left?"
I can make some in a hurry. I just bust out my brewing supplies that I have in my bag and kind of set up a little makeshift brewer's area. And
Okay.
with my refillable mug, I would be able to kind of
Just distribute it.
distribute it out once I'm able to make it. It's going to take a little while to make it, though.
Rice kind of sits for a moment and looks a bit, a bit thoughtful and kind of says to those of you that are still left, because I was walked, says to those of you, we above anyone else understand taking a job that you find necessary. Trying to earn your way in the world. It takes an even bigger person though to realise that a mistake has been made and to try and do right by it. And I want all of you to know, including your Haregon friend, that it has not gone unnoticed nor unappreciated. Your kindness that you're showing towards us and your willingness to help in any way. It's been a long time since a lot of these folks have seen something like that. So thank you for anything you are willing to do. And with that, we're going to call an end to this week's session.
I do one more thing. No.
You had one more thing? If it's just one more thing, by all means. We can
Well, I
maybe
don't know, it
squeeze
might-
one more.
I might turn into a conversation.
Just
Now
make
I'm
it-
curious. What is it?
Yeah,
I know.
I need to know this.
All right. So I take one of the brewed cups from Droghar, and I go find Arrow, and I find him just kind of in a solitude place. And
You go and find in the two, you're probably just in the outskirts of the shanty town, because it's all kind of like close knit together, but it's a little bit on the outskirts of it. There's a bit quieter.
and I take the cup of beer and I just kind of place it right in front of him. I'm just like, you didn't have to do what you did.
I know. something is wrong with me. I'm a pirate. I kill. I steal. Take. But ever since I met this group, something is different. I hesitated to save you. You know. I thought for a second not to. Because it would have been in my best interest for you to die. Something in me saved you. I don't like it.
Well, for the record, the feeling's mutual.
And I kind of like give a little chuckle and just lean back on the tree. Would you join me? I kind of scoot over a little bit.
As long as you're quiet.
No promises.
And on that note, we will end session 3 with Chronicles of Andriesia.
There we go.
That was
A good
awesome.
little ending point. I like that.
That's a good ending point.
That is a good ending
That
point.
was gonna happen. I was like, man, I really hope, because I'm gonna totally forget what the motivation.
I know, that's why I was like, I kind of needed this conversation, because I'll probably forget.
Yeah, but that's it. Just let me know by all means if we can fit it in. I just wanted to be mindful of the time because Gil wanted to get off
Yeah.
sharpish at that. But
Yes.
But thank you so much to everyone who has hung out with us tonight for Chronicles of Andriesia. This has been so good to get back into this tonight. This was a lot of fun again.
Mhm.
I really missed this last week, but we are back and back on our usual schedule, so you can catch the next episode next Monday night at 8:30, where hopefully Minnich Aroumenar will be back with us, and hopefully he can roll better for himself than I can for him, because that didn't go well tonight. But thank you so much for all the love and support that you've all given us. If you're enjoying Chronicles of Andriesia and our Dungeons & Dragons games, please, by all means, we would love it if you would hang out with us, if you would go and check out the podcast, go and check out the YouTube channel for this, subscribe to both of those, help get those numbers up for us so we can get some more reach out there to people who haven't seen us yet. And if for any reason you want to help financially support Comics in the Cross and let the good times roll, please check out our Patreon, where you can support us for as little as $2 a month and also get access to some exclusive content as well. But thank you so much to everyone that has been with us tonight. Hope you all have an amazing end of your Monday or start of your Tuesday, whatever part of the week it is for you at this point. I hope you have another great rest of your week. And remember, it's a good week to be a geek. Take care and have a good night, everyone.
See you guys.
See y'all soon.
Bye.
Cierra mi